Hello, everybody, and welcome in for another edition of Black Bears Hockey. My name is Brooks Hill, coming to you live from the Ice Time Sports Complex in Newburgh, New York, for the first time ever for the home opener in the inaugural game for the Hudson Valley Venom, taking on your Binghamton Black Bears. Brooks Hill and my partner Cole Parenti will join us in just a moment here tonight in the Jeff Kai's Auto Sales broadcast booth. You're listening to the Triple Cities Family Dental pregame show. Triple Cities Family Dental makes your smile their priority. Schedule an appointment by calling them at 607-545-4148. Cole, it's been almost a full week now since the Black Bears have been on the ice. They drop in their home opener. They have the opportunity to play spoiler once again tonight here as they take on Hudson Valley in their home opener. Now, it'll be the third game of the season for the Black Bears and the first of 56 for Hudson Valley here tonight. The Black Bears making their inaugural trip to Newburgh, New York tonight. And a lot of familiar faces on this Hudson Valley Venom team, both if you're familiar with the Elmira River Sharks and also the Binghamton Black Bears.
Yeah, and we've seen this team before, like you said, Brooks. Guys like they're going to be looking at guys like Davide Gaeta, Dustin Jasso slots in, Josh Newburgh, a newcomer, the head coach and player. He's going to be slotting in at center. Brett Parker, former Black Bear, gets a start tonight. And on the defense, they're always solid with guys like Austin Pickford, Mark Pozor, and Rasmus Ass. The biggest question mark for this team, if you ask me, Brooks, is the goaltending. They trade Sammy Bernard to Columbus, and they will go with a completely different tandem as Sam Levecchi was with Binghamton. So new tandem for this Hudson Valley Venom coming over from Elmira. We'll see how they respond tonight.
Speaking of goaltending tandem, no word yet on who the starter tonight for the Venom will be. The two goalies that they have listed on the roster and who participated in warm-ups are number 1, John Morardi, and number 35, Eli Bowers. Eli Bowers, somebody who ran into the buzzsaw that was the Black Bears offense a couple of times last season. You'll have to wait and see who's the first man out of the tunnel tonight for the Venom. We're going to take a quick timeout, come back with more on the Triple Cities Family Dental pregame show. We're back with you after these messages.
Excite Motorsports has one of the largest and best selections of off-road vehicles in the Northeast. And right now, the showroom is filled with a great selection of motorcycles from CF Moto. If you're ready to live life on two wheels, now is the time to shop with great deals and amazing rebates. Ride without compromise with CF Moto's affordable selection of bikes in stock and ready to go. The fun starts here at Excite Motorsports, your premier power sports dealer.
Toyota Trucks. Let's go places.
I see a bad moon rising. I see trouble on the way. I see earthquakes and lightning. Don't go around tonight, but it's time to take your life. There's a bad moon on the right.
Toyota Trucks. Let's go places.
Are you kidding me? How do you do that?
Dude, I just got a new hot spring spa.
Carlisle has hot spring spas starting at $39.95. Come see how we make every day better by relaxing in a hot spring spa.
What happened to you today? You're shredding it.
Hot spring spas, baby.
Welcome back in, everybody. Triple Cities Family Dental pregame show continuing on here tonight as the Black Bears take on the Hudson Valley Venom for the first time. You get a look at how much time we have left before puck drop here tonight. The Black Bears are located directly below the broadcast booth where me and Cole, or I should say Cole and I, are located tonight in a elevated surface near the goal line, but a clear line of sight, and I will say it is warm up here. I am happy as can be. I was told to dress warm for tonight, and I am feeling very, very comfortable. So, Cole, let's get to tonight's injuries and scratches brought to you by our friends over at the Court Jester Athletic Club. For the Black Bears, Jamie Bussell and Dakota Bond unavailable this weekend due to personal reasons on the matter, so that was already predetermined ahead of time. Nick Stuckless out right now with an undisclosed injury, and Scott Ramekers, after suffering that hyperextended knee in the first game against Watertown, has been on the 15-day IR, I should say, so we won't be seeing him this weekend as well.
Yeah, and a big loss is Jamie Bussell, and of course the defenseman of the year, Dakota Bond. His presence, his leadership will be missed on the ice. But this Black Bear team gets back another leader in 52, Dan Stone. He slots back in the lineup in his spot with Dan Weber, usually with Dakota Bond. Now he'll be with Dan Weber tonight. Dan Weber getting both of the Adrian College Bulldogs in the first 2 weeks of the season.
So we'll see how that top pair defensively shakes out tonight. That was our Court Jester Athletic Club injuries and scratches update. Binghamton's premier fitness facility. Fans still filing in here to the Ice Time Sports Complex, located about 40 minutes away from Marist University, home of the Red Foxes. Big shout out to our good friend Jim Cerny, voice of the Venom. You might be hearing him leak through our broadcast here and there throughout tonight. His technical producer is Liam. He has been an amazing help in making sure we had everything good to go and get up on the air tonight, as well as intern Ben from the Venom hanging out with us here in the broadcast booth as well. So we wanted to make sure we got those thank yous and appreciations out of the way before we get to tonight. And Cole, Nolan Egbert makes his first start of the season here tonight on the road. It's been a while since Egbert has appeared in a game because, remember, Mac and Animal has started the last 14 games, including last year's postseason run for the Black Bears, but has another opportunity back on the ice and is going to see some game speed here tonight.
Yeah, and Nolan Egbert spent a camp with the Fayetteville Marksmen. He makes his return. He was in Binghamton last week. We saw him drop the puck, but was not able to suit up. He suits up here tonight, gets his first start, as you said, in a while, with Mac and Animal playing so well down the stretch. You need two goalies in this league, Brooks, if you really want to be a good dominant team, and the Black Bears looking to get their second goalie off and running tonight.
So Mac and Animal will back up and be the support man for Nolan Egbert from North Massapequa, Long Island. And everything is about to get underway. The Black Bears are ready to go. And I believe the Venom are lined up at their door. Don't know if the lights are going to turn off. I was somewhat expecting it to, especially for the home opener. But I digress. We get ready to go here. And Black Bears hopefully now have flushed last Saturday down the toilet. It's gone. Any hopes and dreams of an undefeated season over with, even though I don't think anybody's going to go 56-0 in a hockey season. How do you bounce back after that loss at home to Watertown last week, Cole?
Well, first off, you got to realize that that's a much different Watertown team than we saw last year. That's a really good team who's going to be competing in the Empire this year, so you can't beat yourself up too much. And you just got to focus on this game. Focus on the opponent in front of you. You can't focus on the opponent behind you. And make sure you keep your head up. You get pucks in deep. And you make the right play and the smart play, not always the flashy play, but the play that'll win you hockey games. A note about those Watertown Wolves, they got Trevor Lord back this week, so that team gets even better with a professional and a good goal scorer like Trevor Lord.
Also worth noting, all 14 teams in the FPHL in action tonight, so we're going to have a jam-packed out-of-town scoreboard coming up later tonight. So that'll be during our intermission report. And
only teams to play yesterday were Mississippi and Baton Rouge.
And
that
Cole,
one ended 10-1 in favor of Baton Rouge, if I'm not mistaken.
You are not. So a very, very high-scoring affair. It was also one-sided last night in Baton Rouge, so we'll see how the rematch goes tonight.
I was going to say, Brooks, before we go, it's been a tough start for those Mississippi Sea Wolves and their defense. They've been giving up a lot of goals in both exhibition games against the Blue Ridge Bobcats and then in the home opener, the season opener in Baton Rouge.
So, Black Bears make their way out onto the ice, led by Nolan Egbert. We'll take a timeout, come back, and we will have puck drop as Black Bears hockey is just around the corner. Thank you for listening to the Triple Cities Family Dental pregame show, everybody. We'll talk to you right after this.
When you care about something, you take care to protect it. The family that depends on you and the future you're planning for them.
You'll have your own college stories too someday.
With sound advice, smart strategies, and a broad variety of life insurance options, Security Mutual can help provide for the people you care about and also help you reach your financial goals.
It's a sound plan. The time to start thinking about college.
And retirement is now.
Security Mutual Life, the company that cares.
Advancements in new clinical therapies are made possible by heroes like you. Velocity Clinical Research is looking for volunteers to participate in clinical research studies. Compensation is provided. There's a Velocity location near you on Old Vestal Road in Vestal. Learn more about participating and becoming a Velocity medical hero today.
Welcome back, everybody. Brooks Hill and Cole Parenti here, along with the entire squadron of Black Bears fans that have traveled not too far down the road to get ready for the first game in Hudson Valley Venom history. We want to thank everybody for tuning in. Cole, Hudson Valley did play an exhibition game last week against Danbury. Obviously, it didn't count for anything, but tell all the fans at home how that exhibition game went.
Yeah, they fell to the Danbury Hat Tricks 4-2. Danbury jumped out to a 2-0 lead, and there was really no looking back. Kodiak White Duck did get on the scoreboard for the first time for the Venom, but then Danbury would tack on another one before the Venom would come within one, and they would tack on one more to finish it off 4-2, Brooks. So they'll be looking to bounce back here in front of their home fans. It's not a huge crowd here tonight, but it's a loud one. They're excited to see their Venom.
Yep, worth noting, low ceilings. So the sound will bounce off the ceiling because it has nowhere to escape. So while they might be smaller in number than what the Black Bears are used to playing in front of, they will be loud and they can be heard. We were talking about it during warm-ups. Every single pass that's on the tape, you can hear. And it's crisp, and you'll be able to tell right away.
Yeah, and, you know, it's going to be a interesting affair. You're going to have to block out some of that noise. It's going to be a lot different. It's going to be similar to the Danbury Ice Arena, if you ask me, Brooks, with the way the noise can travel in that place.
It absolutely can. The Venom are being introduced for their opening night right now for the starters as the door closes. We will step aside for the presentation of the national anthem. And next time you hear myself and Cole's voice, we will be ready to go for Black Bears hockey. Well, Cole, Black Bears look to get back in the win column here tonight. How do they need to do it?
Well, Brooks, they got to get pucks in on net. They got to get pucks in deep, and they have to make sure they keep these Venom away from the high danger areas like the slot and outside the circles. They've got some guys that can shoot it, and some familiar faces like Brett Parker, Dustin Jesso, and some guys that the Black Bears don't really see that much in Davide Gaeta, who I know from the time that I saw him really has a good shot. They're going to need some help. The Venom making up the impact that Stephen Klink had on the Elmira River Shark team last year. So they're going to be looking at Gaeta to do that for them, and the Black Bears need to deny him.
So, Tyson Kirkby and a player head coach, Josh Newburgh, once upon a time teammates with the Black Bears for, I would say, partial parts of 2 seasons.
Would probably add up to a season. Well, Josh was with the team for 2 years.
That's correct.
So it's about a season, and when
Kirkby
Tyson got there in the first year.
Yes, correct. So a little over a full season.
Season and change.
Yep, so ceremonial puck drop between the 2 former teammates as we get ready to go underway. Black Bears tonight are going to start the Kyle Steffen line, flanked by Blake Tosto and Gavin Yates, who have been absolutely red hot to start, and Cam Cervoni and Jesse Anderson back on the blue line for the guys dressed in white.
Yeah, and like I said, Brooks, notable guys coming back in the lineup, Nolan Egbert and Dan Stone. Got two guys making their FPHL debut tonight. Emerson Emery slots in with Chris Mott and Caden Henry. And Sorel Nagurski, the signee today, slots in on the back end with Nick Poirier. We remember Josh Newberg's ability with face-offs, Brooks, and that's something the Black Bears have to be careful of, especially in their offensive zone. This face-off a little easier for Josh right now, but I'm sure he'll be ready to go when the puck drop comes to play game.
So this is something that Watertown had to go through last week with all the pregame festivities. Now the Black Bears are on the opposite end of it. See if Binghamton comes out with the jump that Watertown did on Saturday in the Black Bears home opener.
Yeah, a little difference there, though, Brooks, is that the Black Bears, like we know, raised a banner, and I believe that put a little extra motivation, a little extra oomph, so to say, into the Watertown Wolves. And that's what the Black Bears are going to have to be ready for all season. It's one beast to win a championship, it's a whole nother to defend it. And the Black Bears are going to have to be ready for teams, not just their best, but even better than their best. I know that sounds like an oxymoron, but they have to be ready for it. And it looks like we have to be ready for some hockey.
Right on cue, we are ready to go. Eli Bowers does get the start in net for the first game in Venom history. He's facing off with Nolan Egbert on opposite ends. Hudson Valley dressed in red, Binghamton dressed in white, and we are officially underway here for Game 3 of the FPHL season. Cervoni will go around the wall to Gavin Yates, saw Jesso coming and tried to lay the hit on before the play ever got started. Tosto now trying to throw the puck out of the zone and is poked out to the center ice faceoff dot where Yates flies in. Goes in the left wing side looking for a pass to the defenseman Cervoni joining the rush. It ended up going on target, but steered aside by Bowers, his first save of the game. Yates doing a good job peppering the Venom in the offensive zone. That was Austin Pickford with the puck. Leads to a takeaway for Yates. Dodges a shoulder check from Jesso. And Gaeta now throwing it ahead for Norica. Circling around and just gliding it in on the backhand to Jesso. One-on-one battle right in front of myself and Cole. In the corner, Oliveri playing forward tonight and back in the lineup for the Black Bears. Plays it across to his opposite winger partner, Cam Clark. Tyson Kirkby will center that line tonight with Oliveri and Clark. Stone, a pass goes off the tape of Clark and ahead to Bowers, who reverses it around the wall where the former Black Bear, Brett Parker, was waiting for it. He misplayed it. Kirkby comes in, and Oliveri cleans up the loose change, keeps the play alive. Kirkby, a one-timer, and scores! Tyson Kirkby on his first shot of the game. Scores from just inside the blue line, a one-timer. And the Black Bears up 1-0.
Yeah, that shot kind of surprised Bowers there, I believe. he didn't really get set, didn't get to see it as that puck came right into the corner. I believe there was a screen in front provided by Cam Clark, and that's a new line put together. Don Oliveri and Tyson Kirkby have some history together, but Cam Clark gets his bump up with the two veterans.
So the Black Bears score a minute and 30 seconds into this one, and it's the captain, Tyson Kirkby, on the score sheet first. And you got to know that's got to feel good for Tyson, who, by his standards, probably didn't have the best of week last week. That's a good way to start your game on time, scoring on your first shift.
It's also the first goal from the Black Bears from forwards not named Blake Tasso, Kyle Steffen, or Gavin Yates.
Now in the neutral zone, Hudson Valley on the delayed offsides tries to put it in. That was Rasmus Asp. Thanks to our good friend Jim Cerny. Wanted to make note that Rasmus Asp took a puck off the nose last week in that exhibition game. Something that you absolutely hate to see, somebody get banged up in an exhibition game. He's wearing the full shield tonight, otherwise known as the bubble. So that's 77 dressed in red. Gates will get this one deep, and Bowers out of his net to play it down. And de Blasio will start from behind his own net on the breakout, gets it ahead to Jesse Swanson. But Swanson ices the puck in the process, and this will be coming back into the Venom end.
Yeah, Venom looked just a little discombobulated after that goal, kind of threw him for a loop there. Did Tyson Kirkby. They need to come together. A lot of familiar faces for each other, as we mentioned in the pregame show, so not really a question of will there be chemistry, just how quickly they can get themselves going here in their new home.
Face off to the left of Bowers, and Jasso will win that one back. They were played around the wall where Swanson is waiting for it this time. Gets it out to the red line, but no further. Looks like everybody content to stay on the ice for Hudson Valley. Steffen's shot, patted away by Bowers, and then held in at the line by Cervoni. Now a pass out in front, steered in on the backhand, just misses on the near side post from Gavin Yates. This one is chipped ahead, no icing, says the linesman, and Anderson with plenty of time and space to set the play up. And the breakout will commence. Forward up high is Gavin Yates. And actually, check that. My vision might need to get checked out. Gavin Yates now is with the puck. It was Blake Tosto up ahead. Yates skates in. He's got some space. Waits for Anderson to get collected up. We have a penalty coming up. And a delayed sequence is ended as Hudson Valley is guilty of the game's first penalty. Cross-checking is the call. And Imantis Norika from Lithuania, guilty of the cross-check. Black Bears headed to the power play for the first time tonight.
Yeah, chance to get this power play going and had a bit of trouble last week. I'm sure Coach Sherwood was working on that at practice, and the Black Bears are excited to get their first chance here at 16:29.
Time of the penalty is 3:31. Norika sits down for cross-checking. The Black Bears power play operating at 16% this year with 2 power play goals. That checks out to 2 for 11 on the season. 1 goal in the opener against Watertown on the road, and 1 goal at home as well. Yates comes in, blockered away by Bowers, held in by Dan Stone. We didn't see Dan Stone a whole lot on the power play last year, Cole, but a right-handed puck-moving defenseman is going to quarterback this unit, along with Blake Tosto, the goal scorer Kirkby, Steffen, and Yates.
Well, things have to change with Dakota Bond out of the lineup tonight. Dan Stone's one who gets tapped. And Brooks, they say goal scorers find a way to score goals. And after his goal on Game 1 of Carolina, I would say Dan Stone definitely has a goal scorer's touch.
So Tosto skates into the hash marks, and Yates tries the short side stuff. It gets denied, but the net has come off its pegs. And the second unit now rolls out onto the ice.
Yeah, and it looks like we'll get some newcomers to this power play with Caden Henry slotting in there. He'll get his chance to play with 2 offensive-minded defensemen with Jesse Anderson, and playing forward tonight, Don Oliveri. Cam Cervoni becomes the second, that's Cam Clark on this power play. My eyes deceiving me too, Brooks.
Fortunately for us, the puck is in the opposite end that the Black Bears are attacking. Second period, we'll be all over it offensively for the Black Bears. Cam Clark circles behind the net of Egbert, where he will leave it back for Jesse Anderson. Austin Thompson Playing it ahead, over to Cam Clark, out wide. Clark steering it back for Oliveri. A touch pass over to Anderson, and Clark gets set up. A one-timer gets deflected off of Bauer's stick and into the safety net directly behind the net. Just about 5 minutes gone here in period number 1. Brought to you by our good friends over at FW Web. Visit their Binghamton location at nearby 62 Griswold Street or online anytime at fwweb.com.
Yeah, a power play that's a little better for the Black Bears, but they just need to get a few more pucks on net and make Eli Bowers work a little harder.
Face-off pushed back by the Black Bears. Anderson starts to walk the line, throws it through traffic. Rebound for Henry is forked wide. It was a good shot from Anderson from the point. Rebound sent wide, and a penalty is coming up, and roughing is the call. And I believe Oliveri is headed to the penalty box, and that'll end the Black Bears power play.
I believe it's going to be Austin Thompson who takes the seat, Brooks, actually, not the Don father. Austin Thompson sliding in his extra forward tonight. He'll sit down, and this Black Bear 4-on-4 gets 22 seconds before it's time to start killing. So I don't even know if Coach Sherwood's going to go with his 4-on-4 unit. He might just go straight to the penalty killers.
We're going to 4-on-4. Well, we're going to take a timeout first. Back with you after this. Black Bears lead 1-0.
Did you miss out on history?
The Black Bears are Divisional Cup champions!
Always make sure you have your spot reserved with Binghamton Black Bears season tickets. Season ticket holders can receive discounts, great added events, and so much more. Always make sure you have your spot reserved so you don't ever miss a second of Black Bears hockey. Stop by the third floor hockey offices at the arena or give us a call at 607-722-7367.
Welcome back in, everybody. 4-on-4 hockey now where we are, and right off of the rip, Gaeta and the Venom able to get some good shots. Those are the first shots of the game that Nolan Egbert has seen, and he was ready to go.
Yeah, he looked strong in his net, commanding the crease, and he thanked the post after, Brooks. But Nolan Egbert should be thanking his pads, did a good job there.
So Cervone's clearing attempt goes off of the linesman's skate. He was positioned outside of the blue line. Pro tip for everybody at home. Linesmen are taught if they're going to jump onto the bench, make sure they are outside of the blue line. That way they know if it hits them, it went out of the zone.
I never knew that.
Hudson Valley touches up. We have a stoppage offsides, and it's a neutral zone draw.
That's very interesting. I never knew that. You learn something new every day when you're listening to the Binghamton Black Bear broadcast, don't you, Brooks?
Yes. So Kyle Steffen, Blake Tosto up front for the Black Bears, and no surprise, Dan Weber and Dan Stone out behind. Hudson Valley now is officially on the power play as the Black Bears did not score on their opportunity. They send that one down the length of the ice, and we'll see if the Venom can strike on their first ever power play.
Yeah, and like you said, Dan Stone and Dan Weber. Dan Weber's going to become an honorary Adrian College Bulldog, Brooks, with the way that he's playing with both Dakota Bond last week and now Dan Stone. But this power play needs to be strong for the Venom if they want to succeed tonight.
Pickford playing it back across for Norika. Newburgh comes in, a shot kicked out by Egbert. Believe that one healed on Newburgh a little bit. 14 versus 14 in the corner as the puck makes its way back up to Norika. Norika coming in from the dots, a shot that's blocked. And Swanson fires, misses everything. Newburgh makes a little bit of contact with Egbert. And Dan Stone cleans up Newburgh. Some good puck moving so far for the Venom, just haven't been able to get a shot on target after that first barrage. Swanson down low, centering up for Gaeta, misses everything. And this one comes down the length of the ice. Trying to catch the Black Bears in a line change are the Venom. Gaeta was on sides, and now Norika holding. Nice little move. Kirkby lost his stick, but collects it, and it goes between the legs of de Blasio with Cam Clark giving chase. Couldn't catch up to it. And final push here for the Venom. 5 seconds left to go. Austin Thompson's up and ready. Weird situation here at the Ice Time Sports Complex. Penalty box and the benches on the same side of the ice.
Yeah, I think that's the first time I've seen that, which is pretty cool. It makes it a lot easier for Coach Sherwood to tell Austin what he wants him to do when he rejoins the play, and I believe the message was, get in there, kid.
That was exactly what it is. Thompson out there with Kirkby and Clark. Kirkby blocks the shot. Doesn't come outside the zone, held in. Jasso tries to backhand one ahead. It's in the feet of Clark. Stolen away. And a wrist shot is sent high above Egbert. Kirkby picking it up, and here comes Thompson. 2-on-1 developing for the Black Bears. Thompson holding, fires, rebound, and somehow Bowers got across, robbing Kirkby of his second goal of the night.
What a save from Eli Bowers to get back and make sure that puck stayed out of the net. And that'll get his team up and going. That is definitely a huge play in this game, and that could be looked at if the score falls in favor of the Hudson Valley Venom.
2-on-1 opportunity, Kirkby and Thompson. Thompson with the smart play, passed it back to Kirkby, and Bowers got across, and I believe he got
it twice.
The neck of his stick, I believe, is what got that save.
Yeah, just sensational. Let's go back to that Hudson Valley power play for a second. They had number 55, Jesse Swanson, in front of the net. He's a big guy, taking away Nolan Egbert's eyes. If they just throw pucks at the net and let him try to tip them, that's going to be a recipe for success for these Venom.
So, Everson Emery and Brett Parker right in front of the Black Bears bench. Tie up, and Caden Henry lending a hand. Caden Henry and Everson Emery on the same line is going to be a tongue twister all
it's not
season.
as bad as when we had Jesse and Liam Anderson. That was tough.
Caden Henry sees the double team, takes the hit, but does get the puck deep, played back up to the line for Cervoni. Fires a wrist shot off the glove of Bowers, and we have a stoppage.
I think the ref lost sight of that puck, Brooks.
11:28 left to go here. Black Bears lead 1-0 thanks to Tyson Kirkby's second goal of the season. Comes at 5-on-5. 90 seconds into the first period.
Yeah, and Tyson gets himself on the scoring sheet nice and early. That'll get his team up and going. And this is a big weekend for the Black Bears to get back into the winning ways after what happened last week. And it's a good start to it by going up 1-0.
Jasso runs into a teammate. Bad turning into worse for the Venom as it leads to a shot on goal from Tosto. Hudson Valley having a hard time getting the puck out of their own end. Stefan and Tosto making life difficult for the guys in red. Yates across, and that one's going to count. Gavin Yates doubles up the Black Bears lead off the top of the glove of Bowers. And Binghamton scores for the second time tonight.
Yeah, just right place, right time for Gavin Yates, and he keeps himself off to a hot start by getting that puck just on the net. Bowers' defense let him down a little bit there, as it's a quick and early 2-0 lead for the Binghamton Black Bears, and it's a huge way to start off this road game tonight. I guess that's stating the obvious, going up 2-0, Brooks.
8:53 time of the goal. Nine minutes in, and the Black Bears lead by 2. Just what the doctor ordered for the Black Bears starting this game on time.
Was that Gavin's second or third of the season, Brooks? I believe second, but it might have been third.
Well, you do have the notes right in front of you.
Oh, that's a good point. That's his second. I don't know why I just spaced out there for a second, Brooks. My bad.
Bowers will freeze it. And another offensive zone draw coming up. Looks like Jesse Swanson's looking for a dance partner. Maybe trying to ignite that Venom bench, but looks like nobody on the Black Bears ready to tango just quite yet.
Yeah, and get these Hudson Valley Venom fans up and out of their seats, give them something to cheer about.
Face off, one back to Weber. His wrist shot off the chest of Bowers and gets poked out into the neutral zone. Here come the Venom the other way. As Dan Stone got run into, it goes off the glass and out, so this puck will stay in the Black Bears' end. Quinn Chevers from Ontario, 6'4", 227, big boy, running into Dan Stone right there. You don't see Dan Stone knocked down too much.
No, a tall team is this Hudson Valley Venom. As Justin Jesso, he's good on the faceoffs too, so between, as he loses that one, Jesso as a goal comes here for the Venom, Brooks. The first in franchise history is slapped home.
It was a shot from the point from Mark Pozar. 27 dressed in red. It's an even strength goal, and the Venom are on the board. Time of the goal is 9:38. And as Cole mentioned, face-off win by Jasso. Came from the point, and a one-timer, maybe through some traffic as well. Was just able to get past Egbert. As a good bounce-back save by the Long Island goalie. Holds the post and gets a whistle.
Good job by the Venom to respond to that Gavin Yates goal, and a great job to just get a slap shot in on Egbert. Took away his eyes and had really no chance once he was screened.
Also worth noting, I think I have a couple of text messages that are bouncing back to people watching the stream at home and our friends in the front office. I do not have cell service, so I will not be receiving those text messages until the Black Bears are on the road.
You're stuck with me, Brooks.
I know, my worst nightmare. And now the puck gets thrown back out into the neutral zone, where Norica will set it back up. See how the Venom respond on a bump-up shift, seeing if they can grab the equalizer here. Tosto shot, punched out, stays in play. And down low, Stefan trying to get it back over to Gavin Yates, the latest goal scorer for the Black Bears. But instead comes all the way back where Cam Cervoni picks it up. Cervoni through the legs of Stefan. Linesman says no icing. And the Black Bears try to pounce on that puck down low in the far corner. Cleaned up by Hudson Valley, back out into the neutral zone, and here comes Newburgh. Newburgh holding, looking for the top corner. Misses everything, and then that one is sent back to the other side of the ice. Yates now, forehand to the backhand, trying to outweigh the goalie. He scored.
They're calling it off, Brooks.
And they called it off. They said the net came off the pegs. Immediately, Coach Sherwood and the Black Bears on the bench started celebrating. And Tyson Kirkby going over to the referee to plead the Black Bears case, as Yates had outweighted the goaltender, put the puck in the back of the net.
Well, whether it stands or not, it was a heck of a play by Gavin Yates to get Eli Bowers down, and we'll see what they go with, but highlight reel for sure, but whether it goes on the board is another story.
For what it's worth, that's the third time the net has come off the pegs on that end of the ice.
For what it's worth. But for us, Brooks, for any argument reasons, worth very little coming from you and I. As the refs still conferring here. We'll see what they come away with. I don't know what they're talking. Well, I know what they're talking about, Brooks. I just don't know if one ref thinks he had a better view than the other, if they'll go to the iPads. We'll have to see what happens. Always something new when you come to the arena as they count the goal for Gavin Yates.
So they will count it, as Cole said. Binghamton reclaims their 2-goal lead. I think because that was such a bang-bang play that the puck was going to be in the net.
No matter what, I think that's the right call to make. I'm not trying to be biased or anything, Brooks, obviously, coming from the Black Bear broadcast side, but I think that was the right call by the referees as that puck got into the net. It was knocked off, but even if that net wasn't knocked off, I don't think Bowers had much of a chance to make a play on that one.
So the Black Bears up 3-1, and just for kicks and giggles, here's the goal horn. And there it was.
I didn't even know we still had it on the board. I know we have the crickets. I know we have some songs. Still getting an explanation is Coach Merkel and Coach Newburgh. Let's go back to Josh Newburgh's shot. It didn't hit the net, but at 39 years old, he could still wrist it in there pretty well.
And put on a nice toe drag move to get around the defender as well, worth pointing out.
Spent last season in Blue Ridge with the Bobcats, and now comes back to New York. We'll see how he gets this Hudson Valley Venom team going.
Also, while we're talking about the angles and how we can see the plays like Newburgh, who made on the last scoring chance for the Venom, when you're watching the broadcast tonight, right now, where Nolan Egbert is, we are directly to his left, up in the broadcast booth. So we are directly on the goal line in the corner that is on the right. So not the best of angle for the things on the far side. We got a great angle at the Hudson Valley goal down here. Saw that whole play develop, and we were able to see the net front presence on the Hudson Valley tally.
And we can see the entire power play, Jesse Swanson being in front of the net, as it doesn't look like we're just ready yet, Brooks. So you'll get to listen to us a little bit more. Jesse Swanson was doing a great job of keeping himself in front of that net and taking the eyes away from Nolan Egbert. Maybe we're going to a media timeout?
I don't know. I didn't think we were supposed to. After a goal, they, I believe, might be looking at the iPad right now. So 8:53. Or 8:57 rather. Time left on the board.
Well, the iPad's there for a reason if they're using it, right? So that's.
I believe that's what they're looking at.
Black Bears just waiting for their answer here, and both teams have skated off to their respective benches. They'll get talks from their respective coaches, and we'll just wait to see how this all shakes out. So we'll just have to wait and see, Brooks. We'll see how this all shakes out in the end.
All right, I was just told by our good friend Liam with the Hudson Valley Venom that the referees did blow the whistle to go to media timeout.
Oh, so that's my bad.
So we will make that up during the intermission. Never saw the signal from the referees.
They don't have the red light here like they do in Binghamton to send us off either.
So 9 minutes essentially left to go here in the period. Black Bears up by a pair. Gavin Yates with 2 goals and Tyson Kirkby with the opening goal. And squeezed in between there is the first Hudson Valley goal from Mark Posar.
Yeah, another one of those guys coming over from Elmira here to Hudson Valley. Posar just with a heavy wrister from the Black Bear side of the blue line by the bench area. And he just put it right past the blocker of, the glove of Nolan Egbert. Brooks, what's been your first takeaway from this Hudson Valley Venom team?
They got some good stick handlers.
I was going to say they've got good size, too. They've got some big guys in that lineup who are going to clock things up in front of the net.
That's probably number 2. If you would have asked me just based off of warm-ups. Oh, they were reviewing it. All right, so the goal stands. All right. So, and I think Tyson Kirkby trying to get the extra 2 minutes for a failed coach's challenge.
And I think he got it, too. I think Dustin Jesso is going to take a seat.
Yes, so we have a Hudson Valley penalty. This is a bench minor, not a penalty against Dustin Jesso. Time of the penalty is 11:03 for a failed coach's challenge.
A little different from last year. You have infinite coaches' challenges if you're the team, but each time you are unsuccessful, you're going to get that bench minor. So it's a risk-reward system this year.
So the Black Bears power play starts from center ice instead of in the offensive zone. And we'll see what the first unit has in store. Newburgh pressuring Yates. Here comes the double team from Parker. And a temporary steal by the Venom makes life a little difficult for the Black Bears as they have not been able to gain entry into the zone quite yet.
Yeah, Brett Parker on the forecheck's been hounding him and keeping them in their own zone, like you said.
So toss, though, off the wall, back over to Yates, looking for the first period hat trick. Pass to the back post, and Kirkby sends it wide, and the net becomes dislodged once again with 8:11 left to go.
Yeah, but luckily no pucks in the back of the net, so we don't need to review this one. But that net proven to be a hassle for Eli Bowers, and the Black Bears will get to set up in the offensive zone.
Oh, so now I see the signal. We are going to our real media timeout, so we didn't miss anything.
Okay.
We're taking a timeout. Gavin Yates, the latest goal scorer in this one. Black Bears lead 3-1.
Elevate the way you celebrate at Sky Zone Binghamton Vestal for a full-service experience. Our hosts will take over the details while you sit back and enjoy watching your kids make memories with their birthday guests. Members receive discounts on our biggest party packages and can enjoy VIP access to the park, including online reservations, cafe discounts, VIP check-in, the new member portal, member-only events, and more. Visit Sky Zone Binghamton Vestal, formerly known as Defy Vestal, today.
At Broadview, supporting your quest to be your best is why we're here. And it's personal. You already do your best to meet life's challenges. Try your best. You've got this. You see the best in others and lend a hand. Wherever you are on life's journey, helping you be your best is the reason we're here. Let's get started. Learn about becoming a Broadview member at broadviewfcu.com.
Welcome back inside the Ice Time Sports Complex here in Newburgh, New York, the Hudson Valley, the Black Bears, and the Venom as the Black Bears win that draw back. It's Gavin Yates controlling it. Both goals from Gavin Yates coming in this first period nice and early as Yates, the pass across, no good. And now it's going to set up Dan Stone by the blue line. Stone, his shot gets in on net, blockered away by Bouchard.
Ooh, thank you, Cole, for covering for me for a few seconds there. Had to make sure all the cords were plugged in. As Stefan will play it down low. 40 seconds left to go on the power play. First unit still out there. Stefan's pass is intercepted and sent down the length of the ice. And second unit beginning to make their way out onto the ice right now. Yates pressured by Newburgh. And Newburgh's been out there the entire time on this PK for the Venom.
Yeah, the veteran not showing any age, father time, staying away from Josh Newburgh as he looks just as young as he did back when he was with the Black Bears.
22 versus 22, and Clark able to put that puck in below the goal line. Thompson lost an edge, but gets back up on his feet. Penalty time is up. And Gaeta, who was serving the penalty for the Hudson Valley, is out of the box. Puck is held in by Oliveri, plays it into the open corner. And penalty coming up again. Trail referee with his arm up in the air. And it looks like the Black Bears are going back on the power play.
Well, what's the best way to get practice, Brooks? It's game day reps for the Black Bears, and this power play is going to get another chance here as the head coach, Josh Newburgh, takes a seat in the box for the Hudson Valley Venom.
13-17 time in the penalty. Black Bears 0-for-2 on the power play. Trying to get lucky on the third of the night and extend their lead. So it looks like the second unit is going to start this power play. Caden Henry picks it out of the corner and played it up the wall to Oliveri. Oliveri circles it around for Cam Clark, trying to gain some separation from his defender. Top of the umbrella is Clark, holding over to Anderson. Oliveri's wrist shot hit Parker's stick on the way through. That's a good block by the former Black Bear. Venom try to clear, have a tie-up right in front of the end of their bench, and held in at the line by Caden Henry. Anderson sets it back up. Oliveri wanted the one-timer, but the pass was in his skates. Sent across, laser pass, and Cam Clark almost caught that one in the mouth. Gloved it down legally, though. Clark holding and a blocker save made. Rebound, ends up behind the net. Bowers reached for it, but couldn't corral it. A minute left to go in the third power play for the Black Bears. Played up the wall, back over to Oliveri, across the blue line for Anderson. Holding, and Oliveri's one-timer scores! On the power play, Don Oliveri. A power play goal for Oliveri puts the Black Bears up by a trio here in the first period.
Yeah, the Don father gets himself back on the score sheet, and I'm sure that this first 15 minutes has been picture perfect so far for the Black Bears and what Coach Sherwood definitely drew up before they came out to the Hudson Valley.
So now Norica comes in, looking to close that gap a little bit. Egbert, who hasn't seen the most action tonight, able to steer that one aside. Black Bears looking for more. And Tosto has his shot swallowed up by Bowers. 5:11 left to go here in the FWF first period.
Yeah, similar to the first period last time with the Venom versus the Hat Tricks as they go down early and still looking to get themselves back into this game. The Black Bears having a nice first period here, putting 4 goals on the board.
Yates circles around, takes a hit from Posar. Those are 2 goal scorers here. Delayed penalty again coming up against Hudson Valley. Egbert over to the bench. Stone will play it back over for Yates. Kirkby comes onto the ice as the extra attacker. Yates over to Kirkby, just a second too late on that pass. It's touched up by the home team. And the power play right back out onto the ice, Cole.
Yeah, more chances for them to get some work in here, as we'll have to wait till after the media timeout, but this time it does look like Dustin Jessot is going to take a seat in the box.
Boarding is the call, and the Black Bears are on the power play when we come back. 4-1.
Are you ready to take your billiards game to a whole new level? Dragon Billiards Instruction and Pro Shop has everything you need to impress your friends and crush your opponents. American Q Sports certified coach Kim the Dragon Young is now accepting new students. From novices to pros, the Dragon helps you find your best game with in-person or online instruction available worldwide. Need help with stance, stroke, or alignment and aiming? We've got you covered. Looking for advanced cue control techniques and trick shots? No problem. Follow us on Facebook at Dragon Billiards Instruction and Instagram at Dragon Billiards Kim for free daily tips and drills, upcoming tournaments and events, as well as exciting contests and giveaways. Subscribe on Patreon for personalized video content. Visit our online pro shop for the lowest prices on the highest quality pool cues, accessories, and Dragon Billiards gear. Dragon Billiards Instruction and Pro Shop, breathing fire into your game.
Welcome back, everybody. Black Bears are on the power play once again. Dustin Jessot sent to the sin bin for boarding at the 15-14 mark, and that is the 4th Hudson Valley penalty of the period. Dan Stone coming back in for Yates. Handcuffed, and look out, here comes Brett Parker, short-handed. Stone recovers beautifully, separating Parker from the puck. No shot will come of it. Dan Stone gets a much-needed line change, and the Black Bears set back up in the offensive zone.
Great job there by Dan Stone to get back on to defense there. We know Brett Parker can fly, but Dan Stone was able to catch up because he's so rock solid on defense.
Yates marked by Parker, skates in below the dots, and now the goal line. Trying to get that Hudson Valley defense moving as Steffens one-touch pass misses Yates. He'll circle back around and played back up to the line and off the skate of Anderson. And it comes out of the zone. 45 seconds left to go in the 4th power play of the night for the Black Bears.
Yeah, they're just trying to get set up here. Yates is going to have to be the one to enter in the zone for the Black Bears.
Yates does so. And he'll drop it over for Jesse Anderson. Steffen's a one-timer. Got deflected. Well, de Blasio. And now Jesse Anderson playing it over to Steffen. Little miscommunication. And it comes out of the zone. Black Bears have to touch back up. Thompson able to get it deep. Final push for Binghamton on this power play. As this gets sent down the ice. Anderson and Yates met with some pressure. Hudson Valley kills off that PK, and the Black Bears are 1 for 4 on the man advantage tonight. Henry skates in, shaves up some ice at the goal line. Low angle shot. Net has come dislodged, I believe. I can tell from here. But the referee will fix it, and we're play on. Gaeta got behind the new guy for the Black Bears. That is Cyril Nagurski from Bismarck, North Dakota, wearing number 7.
That's a long way to come, Brooks. All the way from North Dakota to Binghamton?
Yeah, just above South Dakota.
Makes it easy to find on a map, right?
Exactly. Egbert reverses it around to the back end to the open corner. Nagurski will pinch Gaeta against the wall. Held in by the Venom. Jasso's turnaround bid off the top of the crossbar and out of play.
Just missed it, Dustin Jasso. Nolan Egbert made a good play at that, but the post saves him in the end, and I'm sure he'll be thanking that crossbar any second now. Black Bears coming back for a, I would say, rare defensive zone faceoff. I don't think we've seen many faceoffs in this end of the ice so far, Brooks, have we?
Well, last time we did see one, we know what happened.
That's true.
Jasso plays it up the wall. Oliveri tries to poke it out. Held in temporarily by the Venom, but Oliveri comes away. Dropping it back, here's Cervoni. Out wide, and he has his pocket picked beautifully by Norica. Excellent back check by the Lithuanian forward for the Venom. Under 90 seconds left to go here in the period. Norica stood up at the blue line by Steffen as a shot is punched away by Egbert and sent into the corner. Steffen takes a shove from Parker and off the hand of Clark. Could not bring that one in. Just so. And Anderson, one-on-one, once upon a time teammates, now enemies. Oliveri with the takeaway. 60 seconds left to go. His shot gets blocked by Pozar, and Steffen could not hang up the puck. Delayed penalty here against Binghamton. Parker comes in, shot denied, and the rebound caught by the Black Bears netminder on a dangerous sequence for the Venom. Binghamton headed to the penalty box, and the Northeastern Striping Corporation penalty kill, making their way out onto the ice for the final 46 seconds of the period.
Yeah, and good glove save there by Egbert. You know he loves to use that glove. I've seen him warming up with, I believe, a first baseman's mitt from baseball before games to make sure he's strong on that glove side, and it's proving its worth there. As the Black Bears send out their first penalty kill of the night, looks like it'll be Thompson. Second penalty kill of the night, excuse me, Brooks. They had that truncated one. Kirkby, Stone, and Weber.
So Gaeta all the way across for Norica. Shot gets deflected and falls out of play.
Oh, I thought that one was coming up here, Brooks. That got a little close to us. We might get a souvenir tonight.
It's been a couple years since I've had the opportunity. Delaware Thunder, my first year with the team. Almost got one. Kirkby wins the faceoff back, and Stone slaps it around the glass. This will go all the way down, taking precious seconds off the game clock, which is the only clock that the Black Bears need to worry about right now. 20 seconds left to go. Newburgh cuts in through the middle. Waiting for friends. He's pinched up against the wall by Stone. 12 seconds left to go. Kirkby able to poke it out to the red line. Hudson Valley has to touch up. Turnaround shot in and out of the mitt of Egbert, and that'll be the end of the opening period. High scoring affair. after one period of play. Black Bears lead by a score of 4-1.
I see a bad moon rising. I see trouble on the way. I see earthquakes and lightning. Don't go around tonight. Every time to take your life. There's a bad moon on the right.
Toyota Trucks. Let's go places.
Are you kidding me? How do you do that?
Dude, I just got a new hot spring spa.
Carlisle has hot spring spas starting at $39.95. Come see how we make every day better by relaxing in a hot spring spa.
What happened to you today? You're shredding it.
Hot spring spas, baby.
Welcome back in, everybody. Excite Motorsports Intermission Report. Excite Motorsports, browse, ride, and buy. Free next day delivery to New York and Pennsylvania. You can visit them online anytime at excitemotorsports.com. Cole, that was a very high-scoring affair in that first period. 5 goals between the two sides. Binghamton grabbed 4. Hudson Valley got 1. But what were you seeing from your vantage point?
Well, Binghamton just looked like they were able to outweight Eli Bowers to the perfect time and keep him down on the ice and moving around and keep his defense moving in front of him, keeping them on their toes, while Hudson Valley's goal came off a beautiful face-off play, got the puck from Jessot back to Posar. Posar just, we know he has that huge slapper. He uses it, puts it behind Nolan Egbert, and that's how we stand at 4-1 right here in the Hudson Valley.
When we come back, we're taking a look at the stat sheet, talk about the special teams so far in this one. Also, a full out-of-town scoreboard.
And you mean full, all 14 teams, like you said, in action tonight. 7 games, 6 others besides this one to cover for us.
That it is. We'll take a time out, come back with more on the Excite Motorsports Intermission Report.
For discounted name brand clothing and footwear for the whole family, Homer Men and Boys Store is the place to shop. In business since 1951, our woman-owned family business is known for treating their customers like family. And there's nothing more important to us than backing every sale with friendly service. Come visit us to see the largest pair of jeans in the world. Come see what we have for you.
All about you make me think of good things. Good things. Like calming tempers down. Good things. And passing them around. So stand up and cheer. Well, that's gonna be a good thing.
Share a good-natured Canadian Pilsner.
Awestruck Premium Hard Cider, crafting transcendent, awe-inspiring liquid made and sealed right in Sydney, New York with New York State apples. Improve your day with Awestruck Premium Hard Cider. CryoWorks provides cryotherapy that uses nitrogen-cooled air to target specific areas of pain and inflammation. Local cryotherapy targets a specific area to deliver the same effects of the whole-body cryotherapy to that specific site. Treatments take 5 to 8 minutes, with a benefit exceeding that of hours of icing. Your Binghamton Black Bears' premier choice of cryotherapy, CryoWorks.
Stay in the swing of things with your golf game this winter and check out Fairways Indoor Golf Company. At Fairways, you can play any 3 state-of-the-art golf simulators, enjoy your favorite cocktail in the lounge by the fire, or watch your favorite sports team on over 9 82-inch TVs. The only slice you'll experience will be from the homemade pizza from the clubhouse kitchen. Bring your own clubs or use theirs. Get the golfer in your life a Fairways gift certificate. Tee off with Fairways Golf Company, 511 Hoover Road, Endwell, online at fairwaysindoor.golf.
Are you compassionate and interested in providing care to people with developmental disabilities? Check out a New York State Career with Broom OPWDD. Enjoy great benefits such as job security, health insurance, retirement plan, paid time off, opportunities for advancement, and so much more. Positions as direct support professionals in the community or at a secure facility might be exactly the change of pace that you're looking for. For more information, call 607-240-4786 or go online to www.opwdd.ny.gov.
Go with the winner, Jeff Kai's Auto Sales.
We have a huge selection of vehicles and every tool available to fit everyone's credit needs. If you've been told no before,
I say no when it feels so good to say yes.
Get the vehicle you deserve.
Yes, that's awesome.
With our guaranteed credit approval program, which can easily be filled out online at jeffkais.com.
Jeff Kai's Auto Sales, Appalachian. Go with the winner, Jeff Kai's.
Are you planning on traveling to Binghamton for an upcoming Black Bears game? If so, check out La Quinta Inn and Suites by Wyndham for a night away from home. La Quinta Inn and Suites is a short drive from the arena and is conveniently located off of the Southern Tier Expressway and Highway 17 with easy access to Interstate 81 and the Vestal Parkway. La Quinta Inn and Suites by Wyndham at 581 Harry L. Drive, Johnson City. Reach them at 607-770-9333.
Advancements in new clinical therapies are made possible by heroes like you. Velocity Clinical Research is looking for volunteers to participate in clinical research studies. Compensation is provided. There's a Velocity location near you on Old Vestal Road in Vestal. Learn more about participating and becoming a Velocity medical hero today.
Are you kidding me? How do you do that?
Dude, I just got a new hot spring spa.
Carlisle has hot spring spas starting at $39.95. Come see how we make every day better by relaxing in a hot spring spa.
What happened to you today? You're shredding it.
Hot spring spas, baby.
Welcome back inside the Ice Time Sports Complex in Newburgh, New York, down in the Hudson Valley. Binghamton Black Bears and Hudson Valley Venom meeting for the first time ever as Binghamton leads 4-1. But as you know the score in this game, let's take a look around the league at what's going on. The Blue Ridge Bobcats jumped out to an early lead against the Athens Rock Lobster in the Hitachi Energy Arena, as they grab the 1-0 lead there against the new expansion team. Danbury and Motor City just getting underway. That game still scoreless as the Danville Dashers have returned for their first game, this time in Watertown against the Wolves. That game is also 0-0. Columbus and Monroe, the River Dragons and Moccasin getting ready to square off. They're going to start in about 2 minutes here at 8 o'clock. Where Baton Rouge and Mississippi rematch from last night down in Raising Cane's Arena is 0-0 in the first, and the last game is the one taking place in Port Huron, where the Prowlers trail the Carolina Thunderbirds by a score of 2-0. Well, they say when you work with someone long enough, they start to kind of get in your head, and I guess Brooks has done just that as I mess up the Thunderbirds with the Carolina Hurricane. That's your look at the out-of-town scoreboard. We'll be right back after this. Stay tuned. Black Bears leading 4-1.
Whether you're a high school or college athlete or a weekend warrior, Guthrie is the area's premier sports medicine program, offering injury evaluation, concussion management, physical therapy, and more. With a full team of providers across New York and Pennsylvania offering same or next day appointments, Guthrie gets you back in the game as quickly as possible. Call the Guthrie Sports Medicine team today at 866-GUTHRIE or learn more at guthrie.org/sportsmed.
Are you looking for a new place to live? Lofts at JC is the official housing partner of the Binghamton Black Bears and the only luxury housing provider offering both 2 and 3 bedroom units fully furnished for a modern living lifestyle. Lofts at JC is centrally located in the heart of the Tri-Cities area, located at 128 Grand Avenue in Johnson City. Housing applications are accepted online at loftsatjc.com. Once again, that's loftsatjc.com.
Toyota Trucks. Let's go places.
Jersey, bring us the hitties! Yeah! All right, I got the hitties. Tommy's out, eh? Oh, yeah. Cheers, baby. A win like that calls for a real celebration. Oh, yeah.
Magic 1017.
Best radio station. Keeps getting better.
Better music selection.
Best ever. Makes me feel better.
Number 1 for music and fun.
It's like the best ever.
Magic 1017. 100% local.
Getting your hands on an all-new CF Moto side-by-side or four-wheeler is now easier than ever at ExciteMotorsports.com. Purchase your next power sports vehicle with our new, easy, and quick online buying experience. Browse inventory on ExciteMotorsports.com. Buy, get approved for financing and e-sign online right from your phone. Ride, have your new power sport vehicle delivered to your home the next day at no extra charge. Browse, buy, ride. Fun starts here at ExciteMotorsports.com.
Experience the new way to watch your Black Bears play all season long, at home and on the road, free on YouTube.
You can experience gig speeds with Greenlight Networks. Our reliable fiber connection provides fast, affordable internet, so you can accomplish more in less time. We're expanding coverage in many places in the Southern Tier, and we want to be your internet provider. Visit greenlightnetworks.com and click on Check Availability to see if we're in your area. Greenlight Networks.
Are you ready to take your billiards game to a whole new level? Dragon Billiards Instruction and Pro Shop has everything you need to impress your friends and crush your opponents. American Q Sports certified coach Kim the Dragon Young is now accepting new students. From novices to pros, the Dragon helps you find your best game with in-person or online instruction available worldwide. Need help with stance, stroke, or alignment and aiming? We've got you covered. Looking for advanced cue control techniques and trick shots? No problem. Follow us on Facebook at Dragon Billiards Instruction and Instagram at Dragon Billiards Kim for free daily tips and drills, upcoming tournaments and events, as well as exciting contests and giveaways. Subscribe on Patreon for personalized video content. Visit our online pro shop for the lowest prices on the highest quality pool cues, accessories, and Dragon Billiards gear. Dragon Billiards Instruction and Pro Shop, breathing fire into your game.
Welcome back in, everybody. Brooks Hill, Cole Parenti here on the Excite Motorsports Intermission Report. Black Bears lead by a score of 4-1. Cole ran you through the out-of-town scoreboard, but now it's time to pull up the stats from the first period. Taking a look here, Binghamton is 1 for 4 on the power play so far tonight. They were able to record, it says 4 shots on goal, but I know it's more than that, so only the goals have been entered into the live sheet. So, unfortunately, that is what we are going to go with. Hopefully that gets corrected.
If it's only 4 shots, they've made them count, Brooks, at least.
Yeah, but then you feel bad for Egbert, who's only let in 1 goal on 1 shot and technically doesn't have a save.
That's very true. But you know Nolan, he doesn't care about the stats. He just cares about getting the wins, so he won't mind. Or maybe I'm wrong and he'll mind a lot. I don't know.
All right, so power plays, though, that is updated. Black Bears are 1 for 4, so it's not updated. All right, the live broadcasting. Our apologies, everybody. First time here in Hudson Valley, so we have to... Now I know what to expect going forward. Hudson Valley is 0 for 1. However, Cole, they do carry over 1:14 of power play time to begin the second period. Kyle Steffen in the box for tripping.
Yeah, and I'm sure Coach Newburgh has been drawing up some plays to get his team back in this one. The penalty kill has looked good, Brooks, but the only problem is they've seen themselves on the penalty kill way too many times so far in this one, and we're only through a period.
You got to think that that's probably a lot of like emotion riding on the Hudson Valley side of the ice. You know, 3 of the guys with former Black Bear ties, one way or the other.
It's also the first time you're playing in front of your new home. Well, technically second, but first time that it counts, you're playing in front of your new home fans.
Yes, correct. And there is such thing as trying too hard. I think sometimes you get so hyper-focused on have to do this, this, and this, where hockey is a very big reaction sport. It's not going to go exactly as the way that Coach Newburgh or Coach Sherwood draws it up in the locker room. You have to be able to adapt. And, you know, sometimes that adrenaline gets pumping. Maybe you start moving a little bit faster than what you have been in practice. And things tend to end up, you know, maybe you stick out a little bit too high on a guy. Or, you know, gets caught in someone's skates. Those kind of things. So,
yeah, very true.
First game of the season for the Venom. Can definitely see the emotion boil over a little bit. For the Black Bears, I thought they did a good job of controlling the tempo of that game. And we'll see how they do with this 1:15 of power play time that they have to kill off for Hudson Valley. Take our final time out. Thank you for listening to the Excite Motorsports Intermission Report. We come back, we switch ends, and the second period underway.
The Black Bears are back on the ice on Saturday, October 19th against the Hudson Valley Venom at 7 p.m. Grab your tickets now at binghamtonblackbears.com or give us a call at 607-722-7367. Acres Veterinary Hospital is proud to announce they are now offering urgent care visits from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Sundays beginning April 7th. This service is open for both clients and non-clients alike. If your pet is sick and your primary care vet isn't open, give them a call at 607-656-4285 or visit RomanAcresVet.com for more information. Did you miss out on history?
The Black Bears are Divisional Cup champions!
Always make sure you have your spot reserved with Binghamton Black Bears season tickets. Season ticket holders can receive discounts, great added events, and so much more. Always make sure you have your spot reserved so you don't ever miss a second of Black Bears hockey. Stop by the third floor hockey offices at the arena or give us a call at 607-722-7367.
Welcome back in, everybody. Second period action. Getting ready to start. Looks like the Venom are still sorting out the timing of the game operations. A little tardy coming out of the locker room. That's why we took that extra commercial there for a second. Second period, Black Bears start on the Northeastern Striping Corporation penalty kill. For all your paving and concrete needs, make sure you contact the Northeastern Striping Corporation. Black Bears up by 3, and the Venom are going to try to start to chip away at that lead. Officially underway, and Norica spins off a hit from Dan Stone. You don't say that too often when Dan Stone is on the giving end of those hits. Pickford down low, cross ice looking for the forward, and they score on the power play. That is Ayamontis Norica. Got the one-timer from the opposite end of the goal line. And a one-touch, 14 seconds into the period. And the Venom cut the lead down to 2.
Yeah, it was a great play, though, by the Venom on the power play. They get that puck into the slot and passed it right to Norica's stick and make Nolan Egbert go left to right. And just unfortunately wasn't able to get there in time, and the Venom cut this lead in half. I should say cut into third.
Correct. So now Pozar cutting through the middle of the ice, trying to find Gaeta. Gaeta with some pep in his step, takes a shoulder, and a penalty is coming up. Hooking is the indication, and it looks like the Venom are going right back onto the power play.
Yeah, and that's going to be big for them because whatever Coach Newburgh drew up for that last power play was obviously the correct thing to draw up, and now they get a chance to do it again with 2 fresh minutes. Kyle Steffen takes his second penalty of the night. He'll take his second trip to the sin bin.
Second penalty in a row as well. That was 41 seconds into the frame. So Northeastern Striping Corporation penalty kill once again right out there. Pickford holding, and a shot that goes off the knee of Kirkby. Held in though at the line. Pickford got it back. And Norica back up, top of the umbrella. Plays give and go. And Norica just decides to play it down low for the big man, Jesse Swanson. Norica holding. Angle cut down by Thompson. And the Black Bears doing a good job of getting in the shooting lanes as that puck is shot down off a pass by Swanson. Could not be held in by Pickford. A giveaway to Kirkby. Clark tries the self-pass, but too far ahead with that fresh ice. Halfway through this penalty kill, and the Black Bears trying to take it away from the second unit. Now Jasso comes skating in. He still has it wide open net, and they score. Dustin Jasso able to deke around the defense and put a pass right on the tape to the back post. Nobody there on the back door. And Hudson Valley scored twice early here in the second period.
Well, yeah, well, that was a heck of a self-effort there by Dustin Jasso to get into the slot, get himself into a passing lane to where he could take away the attention of the Black Bears. He does. He puts the pass right on the stick, and all of a sudden, a 4-1 lead is now 4-3.
That was Brandon Charlton. On the power play from Dustin Jasso. And now the Black Bears have a 1-goal cushion. Look to try to generate some offense here. And icing is called here against the Black Bears. This one coming back into the Binghamton end.
Yeah, a little discombobulated to start the second period. I'm sure that those 2 quick power play goals from the Venom have kind of rattled the Black Bears a little bit. They need to steady themselves and get back to playing the hockey they were playing in that first period.
And Jasso and Steffen line up. And Steffen will win this one over to Dan Stone. And played off the glass by Gavin Yates. Tosto giving chase, making it difficult for Hudson Valley. Ricochets off the backside of the net. De Blasio almost turned it over to Stefan. And now Norica trying to continue his little hot streak along with Jasso on that top line for Hudson Valley. Given away by the Black Bears. And Tosto trying to get it all the way across for Yates. Comes up empty-handed. Norica, power move. Ice cut in half by the Black Bears captain, Tyson Kirkby. Yates comes into the dots. One-timer hammered by Oliveri. Punched away by the blocker of Bowers. Cervoni skates in. And Kirkby and Apps get tied up in the corner. Jasso will pick it out of the corner. Fans on a clearing attempt. Cervoni, a one-touch. It's loose, and squeezing tight is Bowers. It's underneath his legs.
Stick snapped on Dustin Jasso there as he tried to clear that one, just gave way, and the puck somewhere in Bowers' pads, and he's able to cover up and not allow Kirkby a rebound chance to put the Black Bears back up by 2, but Black Bears didn't, excuse me, Brooks, I'm tripping over my tongue. Getting some pressure on Bowers, they are.
So Poirier and Anderson now defensively for the Black Bears. Along with Kirkby, Clark, and Oliveri. Face-off one back by Newburgh. And at the red line, Anderson's run into Pickford. Able to intercept temporarily, and that'll allow Newburgh opportunity to play it all the way around the wall for Brett Parker. Reunited on the same line like they were back in Binghamton. Now playing together. And the net has become dislodged once again. So that end on the left side of your screen, all of the net dislodges have been down on that end of the ice.
And 6 out of the 7 goals have been on that net too. That poor net's getting put through the ringer today. And the Black Bears here looking to bounce back after giving up the last 2, Brooks. They'll get this net back on, and the Black Bears will get themselves trying to going from in their own net. They're going to try to go a little north here towards Eli Bowers.
16-14 left to go here, second period. 2 power play goals for the Venom have made this one closer than what it appeared when we went to the locker room for the break.
Yeah, and I'm sure that has got the Black Bears a little rattled as they try to keep the Venom off the scoreboard from tying this game.
So puck kicking around directly behind Egbert's net. And it's finally pulled out and back to the line, in and out of the glove of Egbert on the wrist shot from de Blasio at the point. And that one gets deflected, and it's going to go out of play. I actually think that went off the top of somebody's helmet.
Well, you mentioned in warm-ups, Brooks, the glass is a little low here in Hudson Valley, so these pucks are going to shoot out a little bit easier. And that's one example there. The linesman closest to it said that it was tipped. The referee's talking it over. We'll see what they say. And I believe, have they called a penalty, Brooks?
No, they have not. So it's just a simple puck deflected out of play. Face-off will be to the right of Nolan Egbert on the left side of your screen. 15:48 left to go. Face-off one back by the Black Bears. And cross-ice pass intended for Mott. Didn't get it cleanly, but Emery shot his first shot as a Black Bear. And a good save made by Bowers. Set up to Weber at the blue line. A wrist shot just misses on the right side post. Stone able to go to work behind the net. Henry sidesteps a hit from de Blasio. And Swanson able to put that one back out to the center ice faceoff dot. Binghamton touches up and shot right back in. Took a friendly Black Bears hop as it ends up in front of the Venom net. Remember, this is how Gavin Yates was able to score early in the first period, just keeping that pressure up. Emery now, wearing number 10 in white, plays it back for Weber. And the Black Bears cut through the middle of the ice. Here comes Emery. On the right is Henry, and he goes across for Mott. A stretch pass over to Jasso, faking, and scores on the backhand to tie the game.
Another heck of a play from Dustin Jasso. You saw a Hudson Valley guy behind the defense. You saw who it was. And we know Jasso from his time in Binghamton real good on that one-on-one breakaway. And this game is all knotted up at 4. As the Hudson Valley Venom have got their crowd way into this one. They're loud and excited for their team.
5:17 time of the goal, and Jasso got behind the defense. And nobody back there to help out Egbert. It's not even a good line change from Hudson Valley. They just got lucky that he was behind the play as that slap shot goes off the outside of the goal. This one poked back out towards the red line. Hudson Valley was offsides. They had to wait temporarily to touch up. Now Gaeta is trying to get it across and batted out of midair by Jesse Anderson. Now Yates trying to steer some offense for the Black Bears that they have not had a lot of this period, but it comes out of the zone and quickly back in. It results in an offsides. We're taking a timeout, come back, all tied up at 4. Back with you after this.
Excite Motorsports has one of the largest and best selections of off-road vehicles in the Northeast. And right now, the showroom is filled with a great selection of motorcycles from CF Moto. If you're ready to live life on 2 wheels, now is the time to shop with great deals and amazing rebates. Ride without compromise with CF Moto's affordable selection of bikes in stock and ready to go. The fun starts here at Excite Motorsports, your premier power sports dealer.
Toyota Trucks. Let's go places.
Three goals and 5 minutes for the Venom. Starting the second period. 2 on the power play and then a breakaway. The latest from Jasso. Parker will chip it ahead for Newburgh, and Cervoni will send the captain, or technically the coach, not the captain, into the wall. Binghamton trying to get this puck out of the zone. Good job by Parker to keep it alive. Dropped back to the point for Asp. He'll glove it down. Legally touched on by Thompson. Play stays alive. And Kirkby will settle it down for the Black Bears here. And Cole, while we were at break, we were able to see the team huddle up. What do you think Coach Sherman was saying to the Black Bears during that last stoppage?
I think he was just trying to tell them to make Hudson Valley's passes a little tougher and keep it from going, keep it from Nolan Egbert for going left to right as much as he has been having to do. Try to get in the passing lanes and try to make sure they can't get that puck from tape to tape.
So Norica comes in. Egbert made the save as Hudson Valley looking to go 4 unanswered right there. Slapped all the way across. Jasso sidesteps a hit from Anderson, able to catch up to the puck though. Played back up to the line for Asp, and it ricochets off the stick of Egbert. Falls behind the net. And it's off the glass, and Oliveri locates it behind him. And Cam Clark with a short angle shot. Just keeping Bowers a little honest, as Bowers will melt it down as it catches it off his shoulder into the glove.
never a bad play to throw the puck at the goalie. You never know when you might get a misplay or a ricochet.
Off the draw, Clark throws a shot. That's snared by Bowers. And Quinn Chevers getting up close and personal with Cam Clark. On that rip, Caden Henry trying to start a cycle down low. And now Chevers crossing over the line, chips it up into the air, falls below the glass, and stays in. Cam Clark elevates it ahead. Actually, check that. Stayed with him. And now Nagurski going out wide, trying to soccer style that one up to his blade, finds Caden Henry. Henry with a wrist shot, and through traffic, Bowers makes the save.
Yeah, after that first period, Eli Bowers looking to have settled himself in here in this second one. He's looked real strong on this side of the ice and been able to track the puck real well, not letting that little distraction of Nagurski cutting in front of him throw him off. Much to the Hudson Valley crowd's delight as they chant his name.
Blake Sewardson, Jesse Swanson, and Quinn Chevers still out there for Coach Newburgh and Coach Merkel. Stephen Yates and Tosto out there for the Black Bears. Pozar got his engine going and then blew a tire in the process. Does reclaim control. He's marked by Yates. He's doing a good job on the forecheck, keep that play alive. Now here comes Stone, along with Stefan, a shot off the leg pad of Bowers. Played around, and that one is chipped into the net and out of play.
Yeah, right there on the side it goes out, so this face-off will come right to the left of Bowers where they set up. It looks like it'll be Kyle Stefan to take the draw, and the Black Bears looking to get this line going like they've been the first few weeks.
So a tie-up. Bozar tries to clear it off the wall. Get some help from the high forward, Brett Parker. And he will just glide it down to the center ice dot where Gavin Yates picks it up. Same quarter dump in, chip in charge. And Bozar beats Yates face first. And Stefan chops it into the Black Bears bench. And we got another quick stoppage.
Yeah, souvenir for one of the Black Bears if they want to take it home. But this face-off coming out of the zone, the Black Bears need to get themselves back and going quickly and make sure that they don't let Hudson Valley capitalize on their momentum.
So Newburgh still out there on the ice. Going to face off against Tyson Kirkby this time. And we got a false start. So we will reset and do it all again.
Like we noted, Newburgh real good on those face-offs. You put him and Jesso as your 1 and 2 as centers, and you have a real good chance to win that draw back. Not this time, though.
Anderson slap shot, blocked out in front. Cervoni's bid also denied. Kirkby behind the net. Tried to find Thompson, parked out in front of the blue paint. Instead, the Black Bears try to cycle the puck down low and finds the stick on the opposite side of Rasmus Asp. And out comes Brett Parker. Out wide, a shot denied, and Parker fanned on the rebound. That was a pass off the pad. And icing is called here against the Black Bears as they say that Thompson had not gained the red line.
Yeah, this will come back into Nolan Egbert's head, and it just doesn't look like the passes are connecting here. Black Bears need to get themselves back on the same page and together.
Nine minutes and 41 seconds gone here in the second period. In a tied game, 4-4. A wrist shot from the blue line, poked out by Egbert, and that'll allow the Black Bears to change. if need be. Looks like everybody's staying on.
But smart play by Nolan to give his coach the option if he wanted to change out his guys. So that's a veteran move right there from the second-year goaltender.
Cervoni behind the net starts the play for the Black Bears. They go off the wall to Oliveri. Bowers is going to come out, nullifying icing. Played back up to the line. Cervoni's shot steered just wide. And Kirkby now with the puck ahead and a goal! Austin Thompson takes the water bottle off the back of the net, and the Black Bears reclaim a 1-goal lead.
Well, that was just a beautiful pass right there from Tyson Kirkby to Austin Thompson. He gets in tight. He's able to pop the water bottle, and the Black Bears regain that 1-goal lead. Like you said, Brooks, much needed goal for the squad in white and green, and trying to turn momentum back in their favor as they lead this Hudson Valley Venom team once again.
Time of the goal is 10:07. Austin Thompson's first of the season. A big one as the Black Bears reclaim a 1-goal lead. We'll see if they can build on it.
If there's one guy you want to get going early in a season, it's Austin Thompson. He can score you a whole lot of goals if he can find his groove.
Emery has a shot steered away into the corner. Back up to the line to Gursky. Partially fanned on it, but it still makes its way towards the net. Mott draws a couple of Venom players over at the line with his attention. But Hudson Valley able to steer it into the corner. Right before Emery able to steal it away, out comes Binghamton. Poirier, 1-on-1, and we have a penalty called. And slashing is the indication. Linesmen separating the two sides. And it looks like Jesse Swanson, Cole, is the guilty party as he's being escorted back over towards the bench area. Actually, check that. I thought they were escorting him to the penalty box. And slashing is the call. Nobody in the box. We have a timeout to go to. We're trying to sort this out. Update you on the other side when we come back.
When you care about something, you take care to protect it. The family that depends on you and the future you're planning for them.
You'll have your own college stories too someday.
With sound advice, smart strategies, and a broad variety of life insurance options, Security Mutual can help provide for the people you care about and also help you reach your financial goals.
It's a sound plan. The time to start thinking about college.
And retirement is now.
Security Mutual Life, the company that cares.
Advancements in new clinical therapies are made possible by heroes like you. Velocity Clinical Research is looking for volunteers to participate in clinical research studies. Compensation is provided. There's a Velocity location near you on Old Vestal Road in Vestal. Learn more about participating and becoming a Velocity medical hero today.
Well, while we were away, we found out the penalty call. It was against Hudson Valley's number 29, Blake Sievertson from Kentwood, Michigan. It was slashing at the 10:44 mark of the period. So the Black Bears power play back out there. Yates holding over to Tosto, and his shot hit a defender on the way through. Hudson Valley able to clear it just past the blue line. And Dan Stone picks it up. Quick re-entry for the Black Bears as Gavin Yates shaves up some ice and gets some separation from Josh Newburgh. Steffen below the dots, over to Kirkby. Run into by Pickford. Seeing Kirkby in a different spot as the net front guy. Rebound, and it banks off the post and the backside of Bowers. Picked out of the corner by Tosto. Nice stick handling by Steffen in a phone booth. Takes it all the way back up to the blue line. Brett Parker followed him. Yates out wide. Stone's loading the cannon, calling for it. Yates looking through traffic, starts to pinball around, and Hudson Valley not able to clear. Kirkby's just parked himself in front of Bowers, trying to take away the vision of the goaltender as Yates skates around the top of the blue line. Stefan comes in looking for the touch pass. Wasn't able to get it there. Play stays, this is offsides against the Black Bears coming out into the neutral zone with 42 seconds gone in the penalty.
So close, but not close enough as that puck just bounces its way over the blue line. The Black Bears, a much better power play this time. Gavin Yates is just a wizard with that puck. It's like he has it on a string, Brooks.
Second unit now out. Black Bears are 1 for 4 as that is rifled immediately into the Hudson Valley bench.
Heads up. That would always be my fear if I was sitting there on the bench. I'd be nervous about taking a puck to the face. Just not being ready for it. My reaction time isn't that good, Brooks.
So a neutral zone face-off, won back by Clark. And Oliveri will pull it back. And the centerman on this second power play unit will start the breakout. Quarterbacked by the lone defenseman, Jesse Anderson. And that's a giveaway. Here comes Brett Parker in, and a shot. Blockered away by Egbert, shorthanded into the netting.
Huge save there by Egbert as a shorthanded goal would have swung the momentum the Hudson Valley way to keep that one out of his net. His team is going to be much appreciative of that, and they will get themselves up and going.
So 15 seconds left to go on this power play for the Black Bears, their final push. Dan Weber comes out onto the ice, and Bowers comes out of his net. That would have been icing, but chose to play the puck. Penalty time is up. And Stone down low for Kirkby. Tries a stuff chance, and the save made by Bowers. And it looks like another penalty is being called. This time against Kirkby.
I think it's going to be a hook. I was going to say Kirkby got away with one there, but looks like they called him on the hooking against Brett Parker down here right by us, Brooks. Hudson Valley going to their third power play of this period, being as the first one was coming over from the first.
They are 2 for 3 on the power play. Northeastern Striping Corporation penalty kill. Very big here for the Black Bears. See if Hudson Valley can tie the game up on the power play once again. Weber tries to steer it out on the backhand. It's held in by Norica. Swanson behind the net. Gets it over to Norica, the Lithuanian forward. Down low, nice pass from Swanson, a no-looker. And a couple of chances that pinballs around on the far end of the ice. Norica down to Newburgh, a shot. Egbert made the save, and that one gets deflected. And into the net, 1:24 left to go on the power play.
Strong start there from the Black Bears, denying the Venom their passes, but Nolan Egbert has to be your best penalty killer so far through the first 36 seconds. He has been, and he needs to keep it up.
Jasso lines up for the face-off, tries to win it back, but Tosto able to get enough of it to poke it out behind the Black Bears bench. De Blasio sets it up, and here drop it back for Jasso. Ahead for Parker now, trying to get around Anderson, use his speed as a weapon. Pushed off the puck. And Shevers could not hang on, and Stefan able to throw that one down the length of the ice and get off for a line change as well. Charlton, who scored the third goal for Hudson Valley here tonight on the power play, comes into the zone. Binghamton tries to elevate it out. broken stick on the ice. It's Jesse Anderson who snapped his twig in half. He tries to get close to the bench. Dylan Konechny's leaning over the boards, ready to go. Anderson goes over towards the bench, but Jasso trying to take advantage of the moment. Jasso cross ice, over for Parker, holding, and Egbert's best save of the night.
We know Egbert's good at controlling the crease and sprawling when he needs to. He does it right there. He gets from one side to the other and takes any chance away from the Hudson Valley Venom. As Jesse Anderson had run off for a change, the Black Bears looked like they got it in time, and it looks like they did as Egbert was able to come up big and save the day.
13 seconds left in the Tyson Kirkby penalty. The captain already up and ready at the penalty box door.
Like I said, it must be easy for Coach Sherwood to tell his guys what he wants them to do with that penalty box so close to him. I never understood how they're able to tell each other from across the ice. It must be some sort of hand motions. But whatever it is, too complicated for me.
Pickford back over to Norica. A shot blockered away by Egbert. Rebound gets sent wide and behind the net. That one went between the legs of Egbert on the second try. The third opportunity was poked wide, and the net becomes dislodged. With 5:07 left to go, Kirkby up and ready in the penalty box.
Yeah, he's got 1 foot over the boards already, ready to go here.
And Posar, sensing the moment, already lines up at the red line.
Smart play by a veteran like Mark Posar.
So time is up on the penalty. Kirkby does return. And the power play for Hudson Valley now 2 for 4. Captain back out on offense. Steers it in down low for Oliveri. Tried to find Weber as the trail man. And it's intercepted. Here comes Norica along with Swanson on the opposite side. A backhander sent high off the glass all the way back out into the neutral zone. Now slapped all the way around the wall for the big man, Swanson. Seeing Swanson play more of an elevated role tonight, Cole, than what we saw last year when he was with Elmira.
Very true. As it looks like Coach Newburgh is going to use that big frame of his in front of the net as much as he can, and as a way to punish guys trying to get in front of his net back on defense.
Net comes off once again. 4:19 left to go here in the period. And I don't think we can take a timeout here as the Black Bears not allowed to change.
Well, I think we might be, as Bowers looks like he's heading over to his coaches to get the immediate timeout talking over.
All right, and the referee makes the signal. We are headed to a timeout. Black Bears lead by 1. Back with you after these messages.
Elevate the way you celebrate at Sky Zone Binghamton Vestal for a full-service experience. Our hosts will take over the details while you sit back and enjoy watching your kids make memories with their birthday guests. Members receive discounts on our biggest party packages and can enjoy VIP access to the park, including online reservations, cafe discounts, VIP check-in, the new member portal, member-only events, and more. Visit Sky Zone Binghamton Vestal, formerly known as Defy Vestal, today.
At Broadview, supporting your quest to be your best is why we're here. And it's personal. You already do your best to meet life's challenges. Try your best. You've got this. You see the best in others and lend a hand. Wherever you are on life's journey, helping you be your best is the reason we're here. Let's get started. Learn about becoming a Broadview member at broadviewfcu.com.
Welcome back in, everybody. 4:19 left to go here. Second period. Black Bears lead by 1. Came into the period up by 3. That lead evaporated in 5 minutes. Hudson Valley scoring twice on the power play and then 1 breakaway at even strength. But Black Bears do score and reclaim the lead. The latest goal scorer in this one, Austin Thompson, his first of the season.
Yeah, it was a beautiful goal at that, just getting in tight and able to roof it over the shoulder of Eli Bowers.
So Posar tries to clear and hits the referee's skates. And Posar fanned on the clearing attempt. Oliveri keeping it alive as he passes it across for Gavin. Yates plays it down low for the captain. Oliveri tries a self-pass around Jasso. It's a 2-on-2 battle down low. And Jasso able to skate that one away. Norica to the far side of the ice, cuts in towards the middle. Holding a shot that gets deflected and it goes off the ceiling. Out of play with threes on the scoreboard all the way across.
Yeah, it looks like we got a jumble of lines here as we saw Gavin Yates with Don Oliveri and Tyson Kirkby, and now we see Kyle Steffen, Blake Tosto coming out with Austin Thompson. So Coach Sherwood liking what he's seeing from those three, Gavin Yates, Kyle Steffen, and Blake Tosto, hoping to ignite some of the others as he puts them all together and jumbles through.
So Newburgh and Steffen line up. Held in, and a wrist shot, little C&I. It's a scramble, and once again, Egbert, Snow Angels, this time on his belly, to corral that puck. Actually, I said once again. I meant once again the net comes off, but the Snow Angel part was also cool.
Yeah, they're going to have to super glue this net down. It's coming off so much.
Can't say it's one side or the other. It's all been at that end of the ice.
So technically it is one side for us.
Well,
not for the teams.
Yes.
I got what you mean, but sorry, I had to. You want to blow the crickets at me? I didn't think so. I didn't think any crickets were coming. As the teams line up here to the left of Nolan Egbert, getting ready to drop this puck as Newburgh wins it back.
Ooh, and a nice poke check by Egbert, sensing that his defender didn't know that it was near his skates. As it's shit ahead. Thompson, the difference maker right now as we stand here with Steffen and Tosto. Tosto, tight turn, playing it over the half wall to the opposite side of the ice. It's intercepted. And here come the Venom. Off the wall, Egbert.
He tried pulling it back.
He tried.
He just tried getting that one back. He didn't want to stop play. Look at him. He's trying to explain it to the refs, but couldn't pull it back in time.
I don't know if I see pegs down there.
Brooks, it's an interesting angle we have here when the puck comes to this dot by Eli Bowers. We were really close to the action. I could see every sort of wrist angle Blake Tosto was doing, so a real cool, interesting angle here in the Hudson Valley.
So you get a close look at the linesman trying to reposition the net. A lot of give on that net down there on that far side.
You could say that again.
Played now over for Thompson. Home run pass on target, and Bowers melts it down. Hudson Valley not going to be allowed to change. And I don't know if that was destined for the corner and they tried to get Tosto in a play off the wall for that, or if they just wanted to move the faceoff down to the opposite end of the ice. Either way, it worked out for the Black Bears.
Yeah, it's not always the prettiest play. It's sometimes just the play that works, Brooks. The play that works.
Mott wins the faceoff back. Third line out there as Caden Henry knocks down a clearing attempt over to Clark. A one-timer just misses high above the bar. Weber's shot steered away. It bounces back into the crease, and Bowers puts the catcher's mitt on top of it. And here, hang on with 2:22 left to go here in the second period.
That was a great play by Caden Henry. He starts that whole sequence by stopping that puck from clearing the zone there with his body. He's been impressive in his first 3 games here in Binghamton. I'm sure Coach Sherwood thinks the same as he's played all 3. Bumping up each time from the extra forward spot to now the right wing on the third line.
Henry off the draw, a low wrister just above the leg pad is caught by Bowers. Almost gave Cole another secondary assist.
I'm going to be leading the league.
Mott, another faceoff win. This time gets back to Weber. Over into the slot. Henry's wrister just goes high off the linesman's skate out into the neutral zone. Weber able to collect it But a good forecheck by Norica against the native of St. Joseph, Minnesota. Played back up to the line. And de Blasio sent it up into the air. I believe Chris Mott got a stick on it. Comes back out into the neutral zone. Hudson Valley touches up as they dump it right back in with 1:40 left to go here in the period. Weber and Jasso get familiar with each other as this one elevated back out towards the red line. Henry doing a good job on the forecheck, making it difficult, leads to a takeaway for Weber. Weber skates in. He can handle the puck. Shot and a save made by Bowers. Rebound poked behind the net as Kirkby got a piece of it. De Blasio peppered by Henry. He's like a June bug, just getting in everybody's way. Clark comes in looking for the tip from Henry. Didn't get it there, and just so skates it from the red line and dumps it in with a minute left to go in the second period. Clark back over to Oliveri, a wrist shot and a standing up kick save made by Bowers.
Yeah, that's just too much room to give Don Oliveri. I don't think he'll miss an opportunity like that if he gets it again, as this one goes out of play with 45 left. But the Don father came in with a head of steam, and I think Bauer's only reactive choice was to try to stop that standing up because it came on him so fast.
And you know, speaking of which, I didn't get to talk about this because the play was going on, Dan Weber. Little Birdie told me that Mr. Rick Weber was in town last week, and he did not come and say hello. I'm extremely disappointed.
You sound almost offended, Brooks.
I am. Mr. Weber is one of the best, a really funny guy. I know where Dan gets his sense of humor from. Let's say the apple does not fall far from the tree. It was really nice last weekend, even though it wasn't the result Saturday night for the Black Bears. A lot of friends and family in town who you don't get to see week in, week out, coming in for the banner celebration. So really nice to see all the friends from years past come back in. Also want to say thanks to Fitzy for spending some time with us during the intermission report for that interview. Still got some time left on the clock here. Oliveri plays it off the wall and out. Self-pass, Thompson ahead. Trying to get it around Pickford. One-on-one puck battle leads to an Oliveri partial takeaway, but Cheever's able to get it back. Kirkby with a stick lift. Thompson back over to the Don, 20 seconds left to go. Now Shevers out wide. High-rising wrister off the glass and out of the zone. Final push for either side, but it looks like Hudson Valley is going to be content to go to the locker room. Just down by 1 and not 3. So a good period from the Venom, but the Black Bears still hold the lead as we get ready for the final 20 minutes of play.
Yeah, Brooks, and the Black Bears going to go to the drawing board a little bit with that penalty kill there, but they were able to come back with a beautiful feed from Tyson Kirkby to Austin Thompson. I'm sure Coach Sherwood is pleased. I'm not sure he's super happy about how his team's penalty kill looked, but he'll fix that. We know he will. He's pretty good at fixing that kind of stuff.
We'll take a timeout, come back, update you on that very long out-of-town scoreboard, talk about what the Black Bears need to do in the third period, and take a look at the stat sheet as well. Back with you after these messages.
Did you miss out on history?
The Black Bears are Divisional Cup champions!
Always make sure you have your spot reserved with Binghamton Black Bears season tickets. Season ticket holders can receive discounts, great added events, and so much more. Always make sure you have your spot reserved so you don't ever miss a second of Black Bears hockey. Stop by the third floor hockey offices at the arena or give us a call at 607-722-7367.
Welcome back in. Second period edition of the Excite Motorsports Intermission Report. Brooks Hill and Cole Parenti on the call with you here tonight. Black Bears lead is just one as they go into the locker room with a 5-4 advantage. Just one goal in the period for the Black Bears comes off the stick of Austin Thompson. Hudson Valley, though, on the other side, they grab 3, tie the game up at 4, but have not led in this one yet.
Yeah, but getting the deficit to within 1 instead of 3 is huge for these Venom as they try to get their crowd into it for the first time in a live game here. But work to be done for them. The Black Bears need to make sure they're throwing pucks at Eli Bowers. We saw him be rattled when pucks were thrown at his net or when you can out-deke him. And that's got to be the game plan, is to get close to him and get pucks in on him.
That is the voice of Cole Parenti. I'm Brooks Hill. We're taking time out. Update everybody what's going on the out-of-town scoreboard. Talk about that period a little bit more in depth. All that and more coming up after this break here on YouTube.
Whether you're a high school or college athlete or a weekend warrior, Guthrie is the area's premier sports medicine program, offering injury evaluation, concussion management, physical therapy, and more. With a full team of providers across New York and Pennsylvania offering same or next day appointments, Guthrie gets you back in the game as quickly as possible. Call the Guthrie Sports Medicine team today at 866-GUTHRIE or learn more at guthrie.org/sportsmed.
Are you looking for a new place to live? Lofts at JC is the official housing partner of the Binghamton Black Bears and the only luxury housing provider offering both 2 and 3 bedroom units, fully furnished for a modern living lifestyle. Lofts at JC is centrally located in the heart of the Tri-Cities area, located at 128 Grand Avenue in Johnson City. Housing applications are accepted online at loftsatjc.com. Once again, that's loftsatjc.com.
Toyota trucks. Let's go places.
Jersey, bring us the Hitties! Yeah! All right, I got the Hitties. Out, eh? Oh, yeah. Cheers, baby. A win like that calls for a real celebration. Oh, yeah.
Magic 101.7.
Best radio station. Keeps getting better.
Better music selection.
Best ever. Makes me feel better.
Number 1 for music and fun.
It's like the best ever.
Magic 101.7. 100% local.
Getting your hands on an all-new CF Moto side-by-side or four-wheeler is now easier than ever at ExciteMotorsports.com. Purchase your next power sports vehicle with our new, easy, and quick online buying experience. Browse inventory on ExciteMotorsports.com. Buy, get approved for financing and e-sign online right from your phone. Ride, have your new power sport vehicle delivered to your home the next day at no extra charge. Browse, buy, ride. Fun starts here at ExciteMotorsports.com.
Experience the new way to watch your Black Bears play all season long, at home and on the road, free on YouTube.
You can experience gig speeds with Greenlight Networks. Our reliable fiber connection provides fast, affordable internet, so you can accomplish more in less time. We're expanding coverage in many places in the Southern Tier, and we want to be your internet provider. Visit greenlightnetworks.com and click on Check Availability to see if we're in your area. Greenlight Networks, fast, affordable internet in your hometown.
Welcome back in, everybody. Excite Motorsports second period intermission report. Excite Motorsports, browse, ride, and buy. Free next day delivery to New York and Pennsylvania. You can visit them online anytime at excitemotorsports.com. Take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard here tonight, as all 14 teams in the FPHL are active and currently in contest. Baton Rouge and Mississippi are in the second period right now. Mississippi leads that game 1-0. No score in the Columbus-Monroe game down in Louisiana. Watertown and Danville are tied at 2 apiece. Motor City leads Danbury 4-1 at the Danbury Ice Arena. And the Rock Lobsters and the Bobcats are tied at 1 at the second period break as well. So Bobcats and Rock Lobsters tied at 1. Rockers up 4-1 over the Hat Tricks. Dashers and Wolves tied at 2. No score in River Dragons Moccasins. And Seawolves over the Zydeco 1-0. That's a look at our out-of-town scoreboard. Tomorrow night, the same two teams will be matched up against each other. It'll be a 7 p.m. puck drop inside Vision Veterans Memorial Arena. Myself and Cole will be on the call tomorrow night. It is Domestic Violence Awareness Night, sponsored by Exit Realty, benefiting the Crime Victims Assistance Center. So tomorrow night, the Black Bears will be wearing specialty jerseys for the first time this season. Purple, the color of awareness for domestic violence, and it'll be black, purple, and gold for the Black Bears. A little bit different color scheme going in for tomorrow night's contest. Those jerseys will be auctioned off live after the game in Section 1. So make sure you register for the post-game jersey auction by visiting the information stand, which is on the concourse right when you come in on the second level. They're located directly across from the merchandise area. So that is where you register for the auction. I've been told I am auctioning off the jerseys tomorrow. So that'll be the second time I will do that, and I will try to continue to talk fast and help the Black Bears raise some money for the Crime Victims Assistance Center here tomorrow night. We will take a timeout, come back with more on the edition of the Excite Motorsports Intermission Report. Back with you after this.
For discounted name brand clothing and footwear for the whole family, Homer Men and Boys Store is the place to shop. In business since 1951, our woman-owned family business is known for treating their customers like family. And there's nothing more important to us than backing every sale with friendly service. Come visit us to see the largest pair of jeans in the world. Come see what we have for you.
All about you make me think of good things. Good things. Like calming tempers down. Good things. And passing them around.
sweet-natured Canadian Pilsner.
Awestruck Premium Hard Cider, crafting transcendent, awe-inspiring liquid made and sealed right in Sydney, New York with New York State apples. Improve your day with Awestruck Premium Hard Cider. CryoWorks provides cryotherapy that uses nitrogen-cooled air to target specific areas of pain and inflammation. Local cryotherapy targets a specific area to deliver the same effects of the whole-body cryotherapy to that specific site. Treatments take 5 to 8 minutes, with a benefit exceeding that of hours of icing. Your Binghamton Black Bears' premier choice of cryotherapy, CryoWorks.
Stay in the swing of things with your golf game this winter and check out Fairways Indoor Golf Company. At Fairways, you can play any 3 state-of-the-art golf simulators, enjoy your favorite cocktail in the lounge by the fire, or watch your favorite sports team on over 9 82-inch TVs. The only slice you'll experience will be from the homemade pizza from the clubhouse kitchen. Bring your own clubs or use theirs. Get the golfer in your life a Fairways gift certificate. Tee off with Fairways Golf Company, 511 Hoover Road, Endwell, online at fairwaysindoor.golf.
Are you compassionate and interested in providing care to people with developmental disabilities? Check out a New York State career with Broome OPWDD. Enjoy great benefits such as job security, health insurance, retirement plan, paid time off, opportunities for advancement, and so much more. Positions as direct support professionals in the community or at a secure facility might be exactly the change of pace that you're looking for. For more information, call 607-240-4786 or go online to www.opwdd.ny.gov.
Go with the winner, Jeff Kai's Auto Sales.
We have a huge selection of vehicles and every tool available to fit everyone's credit needs. If you've been told no before,
I say no when it feels so good to say yes.
Get the vehicle you deserve.
Yes, that's awesome.
With our guaranteed credit approval program, which can easily be filled out online at jeffkais.com.
Jeff Kai's Auto Sales, Appalachian. Go with the winner, Jeff Kai's.
Are you planning on traveling to Binghamton for an upcoming Black Bears game? If so, check out La Quinta Inn & Suites by Wyndham for a night away from home. La Quinta Inn & Suites is a short drive from the arena and is conveniently located off of the Southern Tier Expressway and Highway 17 with easy access to Interstate 81 and the Vestal Parkway. La Quinta Inn & Suites by Wyndham at 581 Harry L. Drive, Johnson City. Reach them at 607-770-9333.
Advancements in new clinical therapies are made possible by heroes like you. Velocity Clinical Research is looking for volunteers to participate in clinical research studies. Compensation is provided. There's a Velocity location near you on Old Vestal Road in Vestal. Learn more about participating and becoming a Velocity medical hero today.
Are you kidding me? How do you do that?
Dude, I just got a new hot spring spa.
Carlisle has hot spring spas starting at $39.95. Come see how we make every day better by relaxing in a hot spring spa.
What happened to you today? You're shredding it.
Hot spring spas, baby.
Elevate the way you celebrate at Sky Zone Binghamton Vestal for a full-service experience. Our host will take over the details while you sit back and enjoy watching your kids make memories with their birthday guests. Members receive discounts on our biggest party packages and can enjoy VIP access to the park, including online reservations, cafe discounts, VIP check-in, the new member portal, member-only events, and more. Visit Sky Zone Binghamton Vestal, formerly known as Defy Vestal, today.
At Broadview, supporting your quest to be your best is why we're here. And it's personal. You already do your best to meet life's challenges. Try your best. You've got this. You see the best in others and lend a hand. Wherever you are on life's journey, helping you be your best is the reason we're here. Let's get started. Learn about becoming a Broadview member at broadviewfcu.com.
Did you miss out on history?
The Black Bears are Divisional Cup champions!
Always make sure you have your spot reserved with Binghamton Black Bears season tickets. Season ticket holders can receive discounts, great added events, and so much more. Always make sure you have your spot reserved so you don't ever miss a second of Black Bears hockey. Stop by the third floor hockey offices at the arena or give us a call at 607-722-7367.
Welcome back in. Whoa, that's a little loud. Turn that down a little bit. There we go. Welcome back in. That's a good level. Black Bears on the ice for the third period tonight. They have a 1-goal lead going into the third period. And Cole special teams, big factor tonight. 2 power play goals for Hudson Valley and 1 for the Black Bears. Black Bears are 1 for 5 on the man advantage, and Hudson Valley 2 for 4.
Yeah, it almost seems like whichever team can stay out of the box the best in this period will be the team that walks away with all 3 points. But the Black Bears needing to get shots on Eli Bowers, needs to make sure that he moves his feet and make sure that they head home tonight on a happy bus ride with 3 points.
5-on-5, I think the Black Bears have gotten to their offensive game like they want to. They've been quick in transition. I think it caught them off guard one time, and I think it's a very lucky play for Hudson Valley that just so, on a late change in the second period, able to be behind the defense. I think if his line changes on time, that breakaway probably doesn't happen.
Yeah. But we know Dustin Jesso finds those dirty areas, finds those scrappy plays. That's what's kept him in this league so long, is that he makes smart plays when it calls for it. And the Black Bears need to make sure they keep an eye out for number 22 in gold and red.
So right off the rip, icing is called against Hudson Valley. Don't worry, you have not missed anything. Hudson Valley right now working through some technical difficulties. And there's the camera. Right back. So you didn't really miss anything. Puck started in center ice. Now it's in the offensive end for the Black Bears.
Yeah, it was only 9 seconds. It was nothing you're going to regret missing, and now we're back, so good news.
Black Bears won the face-off, and then Yates lost an edge, trying to move the puck into the open spot. Norica, though, sent into the wall by Cervoni. Played back up to the line for Pickford. Bodies flying in front of Egbert. A shot blocked by Tosto. And Anderson able to chip that one off the leg of Steffen out into the neutral zone, and that gets deflected into the crowd out of play.
Yep, and here we go now with who's going to make the mistake first. It almost seems like is the way these two teams want to play. They're both going to play down perfect to the book. We'll see who takes a chance and who risks it to try to either go up by 1 or to tie this game up.
Kirkby and Newburgh in the face-off dot. And Newburgh able to push that one forward as it gets glided into the Black Bears end. Weber does a good job of putting his skate blade in front of that puck to stop its progress from rolling around the wall. Self-pass, Thompson between his own legs, power move to the front, and he scores on the delayed penalty sequence. Austin Thompson with a highlight reel goal extends the Black Bears lead here early in the third. Binghamton up by a pair.
Yeah, and it looks like the recipe to get in on Eli Bowers is to get close to him here, as Thompson with his second goal from just about above the crease of Eli Bowers. He fights through what was ever going to be called and sneaks it right through the pads of Eli Bowers. Great play by Tomer.
So Austin Thompson, second of the night, matches Gavin Yates with a game high. 4 different goal scorers for Hudson Valley on their end. Nagurski sends this one down the ice. No icing. Caden Henry leans into a one-timer on his right foot and sends it high. That one got out of play in a hurry. A little off balance, but trying to shift that weight on that strong side. Sends it high into the safety net.
Seems like almost every shot Caden Henry takes gets out and off in a hurry. He's got that quick wrist shot and a quick slapper. Teams are going to notice him quickly, Brooks, if I may say so myself. He is not going to be a man who stays hidden for long.
Just so across the ice for Norica. Cuts into the middle, trying to find Just so. Puck was in over in. Able to put it on target, and Egbert making the save. Gaeta and Mott, one-on-one down low, pokes it to the far corner, back up to the blue line now. Gaeta soccer styles it up to the tape of his stick. He's met with pressure from Cam Clark. And Poirier trying to spit off Norica. Gaeta back over to Asp. A wrist shot went off the back of a skate. Stays alive for the Venom. And then Cam Clark able to skate it out of harm's way up from the red line. Henry out wide. Tries a little toe drag move. Got past the first guy, but not the second. Pass too far ahead of Jasso. Off the glass and out. Henry knocked down, but in the offensive zone with the puck. Stolen away by the Venom. Here comes Brett Parker. A shot and challenging was Egbert from the top of the crease. He'll freeze it with 17:35 left to go.
Well, something I've noticed about Nolan Egbert through a whole season and today watching him is he loves to come out of that crease up to the top of the zone and take away as much of that goal as he can. He makes himself look bigger, and he takes away any sort of opening that the Hudson Valley Venom shooters see.
Stefan wins the face-off. Cleanly back, and Cervoni able to push this one out, delayed offsides. And the linesman will intervene as Charlton did not get the memo. So a neutral zone draw coming up in front of the Black Bears bench.
Yeah, they're only screaming as loud as they can, right, Brooks? But looks like Charlton was too focused on chasing that puck down that he'll draw that face-off outside of the zone.
Don't forget these two teams facing off tomorrow night in Binghamton for the final game of the weekend for both clubs. 7 p.m. puck drop at the Vision Veterans Memorial Arena. Puck skated ahead by the Black Bears, but nobody down low able to retrieve it. Venom going for a line change. As Tosto comes in with a nice little toe drag. Stefan, I believe, knocks somebody down on his way towards the net. Weber trying to keep the play alive for the Black Bears, and a stretch pass out to the red line. Charlton able to get it down low, and we have a penalty called. Slashing is the indication. As Weber touches up, called by the trail official. And it looks like Blake Tosto is the guilty party, the first penalty of the third period.
Yeah, this is a crucial kill for the Black Bears. They need to make sure that they keep the puck away from Nolan Egbert and make the Venom chase it out of the zone and have to go get it every time. Got to get those clears, Brooks.
Important opening draw of the power play, as it looks like the second unit is going to start. And because the Venom took too long on that line change, Brett Parker kicked off the faceoff dot, and Dustin Jasso took a spot. Not really a bad thing, I would think, for the Venom, as Kirkby able to just tap that one out past all three lines. So a rare offensive zone draw loss for Jasso, and the Venom start from behind their own net.
They're going to have to get this going quickly. They're down by 2. They need to get pucks on Nolan Egbert and make him move from left to right. That's where they found all their success so far.
De Blasio reversing it around behind the net. Chevers over for just so. As De Blasio sets it up, he's quarterbacking this power play unit. The righty playing it down low. And Charlton slaps it around just so with plenty of time. Here's skate in, marked by Kirkby. Cross ice pass batted out of midair beautifully by Dan Stone. However, not out. Play stays alive for the Venom. Venom with some good puck control. No shots on target so far. Just so holds it in at the line. And stolen away by Weber. Cheevers trying to find someone to pass it to. A shot from Just So, and he scores on the power play.
That power play has been lethal tonight for the Hudson Valley Venom. They get another chance. They don't make a mistake here as they fire a wrist shot. Just so it was right under the glove of Nolan Egbert. This game is now down to a 1-goal lead, 6-5. Black Bears and Venom, Brooks.
Venom power play 3 for 5, and Binghamton had some chances to get that puck out, just came up short.
We'll credit the power play, like you said, of the Venom. They were able to keep that puck in and make Binghamton work hard to try to get it out, and eventually able to put one behind Nolan Egbert.
A toss though now. Back to 5-on-5. He carries the puck across the red line. And Bowers misplays it. Allows a takeaway for the Black Bears as Anderson cheats in from the defensive position. Tries to center up to toss though. Nobody home, and Yates backtracking. And skating backwards now. Venom turn it over. That was a 2-on-2 rush. No shot came off. The Black Bears will complete a line change now as Sigurdsson, wearing the full shield, loses control. Binghamton able to wrap it in deep. And Norika trying to get the puck away now. Cam Clark comes in and scores! Cam Clark reclaims a 2-goal lead for the Black Bears again.
Cam Clark kind of just taking everyone by surprise there. Just all of a sudden snakes his way through the Hudson Valley defense, no pun intended. Takes that puck right off the stick of the defender and snipes one home as Cam Clark gets himself on the board for the first time this season in the goal category.
Time of the goal is 5:46. Cam Clark, an even strength tally, makes it 7-5 in this shootout style hockey game here tonight. A very high scoring affair. Puck deflects into the net, and that'll send us to our first time out of the period. Binghamton leads by 2, but we've had a couple of goals here in the third already. Back with you after this.
Elevate the way you celebrate at Sky Zone Binghamton Vestal for a full-service experience. Our host will take over the details while you sit back and enjoy watching your kids make memories with their birthday guests. Members receive discounts on our biggest party packages and can enjoy VIP access to the park, including online reservations, cafe discounts, VIP check-in, the new member portal, member-only events, and more. Visit Sky Zone Binghamton Vestal, formerly known as Defy Vestal, today.
At Broadview, supporting your quest to be your best is why we're here. And it's personal. You already do your best to meet life's challenges. Try your best. You've got this. You see the best in others and lend a hand. Wherever you are on life's journey, helping you be your best is the reason we're here. Let's get started. Learn about becoming a Broadview member at broadviewfcu.com.
.14:07 left to go here in the third period. Black Bears lead by 2, and Cole, before we took that timeout, we'd had 3 goals already here in the third period. Austin Thompson, Dustin Jasso, and the most recent, Cam Clark.
Yeah, and both Black Bears goals came from real close to Eli Bowers. I guess the key to him is to get yourself under that slot area and just get him down, and he'll eventually give you a hole to shoot at. Whereas the Venom, their key to success, keep drawing penalties. Go back to that power play. It's been lethal tonight.
Got a face-off right in our kitchen to the left of Egbert. Mott and Swanson. And it gets tied up on the half wall. Poirier does a good job positioning-wise to get it away from Newburgh. And skate to stick. Here comes Clark. Latest goal scorer had it poked off of his stick by Swanson. Starts a 2-man game down low with Caden Henry. Henry able to hold it in the zone. Get it right back. Henry shot and his legs got taken out from underneath him on an old school hip check on the shot that went wide. Henry back up to the line for Weber. Off the wall and intercepted. A stretch pass is going to be icing, but Jesse Swanson wins the skate race. Nagurski ties up the big man down low, and that'll leave plenty of time for Weber to get a play on it. However, his clearing attempt held in at the line by Rasmus Asp, one of the former captains of the Delaware Thunder so long ago.
Also a former alternate captain with the Elmira River Sharks.
Mott and Henry ahead, 2-on-1, and the puck hopped end over end on Henry. Penalty is coming up. Tripping is the call against Hudson Valley, and the Black Bears headed back to the power play once again.
This will be another crucial one here. If Hudson Valley can kill this off, they may generate some momentum going down towards Nolan Egbert, but if the Black Bears can find the back of the net, go back up by 3 with about 13 to play, they'll be definitely feeling good, and it'll make Hudson Valley's hill into a mountain.
Rasmus Asp, the guilty party for tripping at 7:08 of the third period.
Right as we were talking about him. Speaking of alternate captains and captaincies here with Hudson Valley, I believe Stavros Soilis is still on the roster. I think he signed a contract the other day, not in the lineup tonight. I believe he played in the exhibition game, but the former captain of the River Sharks not playing here today.
Stone back up to Yates. A shot deflected off of Stone, I believe, stays in play. Defenseman got found right in front of the net. Stone now, wrist shot. Looking for Kirkby on the tip, none provided. Kept alive and held in beautifully by Tosto, but his pass a little off the mark as Yates retreats. And now here come the Black Bears once again. Steffen falls down, hitting a slick spot on the ice. Back over to Tosto, looking for Kirkby on the back post. Comes up empty-handed out into the neutral zone. Stone doing a good job brushing off Sawerston. But Tosto lost an edge right in front of the Black Bears bench. That allowed Hudson Valley able to get the puck deep. Egbert out of his net to play the puck back over to Stone. He cuts in front of your screen, now in the middle with Gavin Yates in control. Second unit starting to make their way out onto the ice. 45 seconds left to go in the power play for the Black Bears. Their 6th of the night. Clark shot off of de Blasio. Clark gets it back. And he'll give it up for Gavin Yates. Yates goes across for Anderson. Kind of jumped over a couple of sticks. Got a little too high. Yates with it back in the faceoff circle. He's surveying options. Gets it down low to Kirkby. Tried to go back post to Clark, and it falls into the neutral zone. Good clear by Hudson Valley.
Kirkby was looking similar to that Thompson play, that he had earlier that resulted in Thompson depositing one in the net. As Asp comes out of the box.
Nagurski, D to D for Anderson. Shot was on goal, but Penalty time is up. Black Bears fall to 1 for 6 on the night on the man advantage. And just so now, skates in, ahead for Norika, and a good tie-up by Thompson, making sure Norika could not get a clean stick on it. Norika up to Asp, hit a body on the way through, now just so with the puck. Centered up in an excellent tie-up by Thompson on the low man, rebound, sent wide by Norika. Bounces end over end. And this line has been dangerous all night for Coach Newburgh and Coach Merkel's club. Black Bears able to clear. If it makes the line, it is icing, and in fact it is.
But Brooks says we're under 10 minutes to go. Even with an icing, we're going to get a media timeout here, so no harm, no foul for the Black Bears.
9:52 left to go. We will take a timeout, come back with more. Back with you after this.
The Black Bears are back on the ice on Saturday, October 19th against the Hudson Valley Venom at 7 p.m. Grab your tickets now at binghamtonblackbears.com or give us a call at 607-722-7367. Acres Veterinary Hospital is proud to announce they are now offering urgent care visits from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Sundays beginning April 7th. This service is open for both clients and non-clients alike. If your pet is sick and your primary care vet isn't open, give them a call at 607-656-4285 or visit RomanAcresVet.com for more information.
When you care about something, you take care to protect it. The family that depends on you and the future you're planning for them.
You'll have your own college stories too someday.
With sound advice, smart strategies, and a broad variety of life insurance options, Security Mutual can help provide for the people you care about and also help you reach your financial goals.
It's a sound plan. The time to start thinking about college.
And retirement is now.
Security Mutual Life, the company that cares.
Welcome back, everybody. Brooks Hill and Cole Parenti. Before that media timeout, we had an icing.
So that's why there was a little confusion on the ice. The Black Bears had to send out the same 5 that were there before.
Just so, end over end, backhander shoved wide. Draws a crowd as Weber able to calmly find Cam Clark. And the Black Bears will exit it out of the zone. Thompson gains the red line, and Binghamton can change.
Yeah, I've been loving watching Nolan Egbert play today. Not only is he such a great competitor, he's also a student of the game. Anytime you talk to him, he always seems to have a reference and know exactly what type of goalie style you're going up against, which is fun to watch.
Deso scores on a delayed sequence. Oliveri tried to self-pass to get it out of the zone. It was knocked down, and Deso able to cut the lead down to 1.
I believe that's the hat trick for Dustin Deso, is it not?
It is.
Former Black Bear getting some revenge against his old squad. No hats on the ice, though, Brooks. I think that they're just too new. If you bought a Hudson Valley hat, you must have bought it today. Not really sure you're ready to throw it just yet, right?
So now, puck dropped back in play. Binghamton still with a 1-goal lead. Under 10 minutes left to go here. And Hudson Valley scores at even strength. As this one is iced with 8:57 left to go.
Well, one thing can be said about this game, it's going to be a roller coaster to the finish. We got 8:57 left to go, and both these teams have shown they can put the puck in the back of the net. And I'm going to steal a term from Brett Wiseman and the Blue Ridge Bobcats. Today is a barn burner.
I haven't seen a 7-6 game in a while.
I have not either, Brooks.
Shot off the draw from Yates, steered aside by Bowers. Swanson's calling for it. And instead, Cervoni Starts and stops behind his own net. Yates chip in charge with Steffen, 2-on-1 on the far side. They get the puck down low. And then Steffen almost got credited with a goal as Hudson Valley almost banked it in off their own defender into the net. Bowers had to be ready for it. Leads to a takeaway, and Tosto fires it into the net behind Eli Bowers.
Yeah, and Tosto looked up to the sky as if he wants that chance back. You don't get many chances in the slot, and I'm sure the next one Blake Tosto gets will be finished after this one.
Chris Mott lines up for the draw for the Black Bears. That one does not go his way, as de Blasio will just poke it ahead outside the blue line. Now Jesse Anderson takes control of the puck. Emery, nice touch pass over to Clark. Waiting for the line change to complete. Anderson now skates in, holding for a shot, goes wide. Held in on the opposite side by Clark. Mott and Henry now work a two-man game, centered up, nobody near the blue paint for the Black Bears. And Hudson Valley pulls it out of harm's way. Easy shot steered aside by Egbert. Nagurski tied up with Charlton. And Cam Clark able to poke this one through. And offsides are the Black Bears as Caden Henry brought his skates into the zone before he brought the puck.
Yeah, but, you know, I've been real impressed with Caden Henry these first few games, Brooks, and especially today. He seems to be all over the ice in good spots and in good job doing a good job, I should say, making the right play. And I think that he is, I don't know, one good play away from his first professional goal here, maybe one okay play away, because with that shot, he can find the net quite easily.
I believe a false start. Kirkby able to win that face-off back. And Kirkby over to Thompson. A shot through the 5-hole, and there's the hat trick for Austin Thompson. The Venom don't want to believe it. They think it's offsides. As it is right now, Austin Thompson has his third of the night to match Dustin Jasso.
I think that puck just kind of snuck up on and surprised Eli Bowers there. He didn't seem to react to it. It goes right through his 5-hole as he's standing up. So one he's going to want back in the long run, as Austin Thompson has tagged him for 3 today. And if there's, like I said earlier, if there's one guy on this Black Bear team you want to get off and running early, it's Austin Thompson, because when he scores in bunches.
I don't want to speak it into existence, but I think we're going to see a lot of weird games this year at the Ice Time Sports Complex. I think we're going to see a lot of high-scoring affairs.
Who doesn't love high-scoring hockey other than the coaches and the defenders and the goalies?
So we got a whistle, and I believe one of the Venom tried to come in and give Kirkby an extra shove after the whistle, and then was sent down to the ice instead.
I'll give you one guess as to who it is.
Not needed. So the Black Bears lead by a early basketball score of 8-6.
Yeah, or a high-scoring baseball game, or a really wonky football game. But 8-6 here, and the Black Bears need to keep shots away from Nolan Egbert. And the Hudson Valley Venom have done an amazing job of making Egbert go left to right on these posts. And that's what's led to a few of their goals, having him sprawl out post to post. Egbert, they need to let him stay in his own end and let him get comfortable.
So the referees and linesmen get together, and they decide, because of the extracurriculars on both sides, that they're going to move this faceoff into the neutral zone. 7-11. left to go here in the third period.
Yeah, and something tells me I think we're going to see a couple more goals. Like you think we're going to have a couple high-scoring affairs. I don't think this one's just all said and done for yet, Brooks.
I do not either. So Kirkby and Jasso.
I think Kirkby just took a high stick. He caught Jasso up high. Unless they're taking both of them. But I think Kirkby caught Dustin Jasso up high.
I actually believe it's the inverse. I think Jasso caught Kirkby up high.
Maybe. I might have gotten myself confused there. Yeah, I think it is because it looks like they're skating that way. Jasso must have caught Kirkby up high. I must have saw the wrong stick, Brooks. I need glasses. Maybe there's a Black Bear fan at home that's an ophthalmologist that can give me a free eye exam, because I surely need it. I believe it was called a slash, not a high stick, if I read the referee's arms correctly, as Swanson's looking for a dance partner.
12:54 time of the penalty.
Well, Brooks, I know it's not over yet, but I've enjoyed our first trip here to Hudson Valley. It's a nice place, I definitely got to say. I like how passionate the fan base is for the first game, definitely. And this arena's been nice. I like it here.
So 12:56, time of the penalty. High sticking to Dustin Jasso. Black Bears on their 7th power play of the night. 1 for 6. And one of the off-ice officials asked the referee to come over and just make sure he has everything. So they're going to square that away before.
Two for 7 sounds a whole lot better than 1 for 6, Brooks. So the Black Bears looking to convert here. Is this the second or third penalty on Jasso, Brooks?
Second.
He's going for the hat trick there, too.
All he needs is the fight, and he's got the Gordie Howe hat trick.
He's got an assist tonight?
To go along with. Yes, he does have an assist.
Don't tell him that. He's going to look to go.
He's already got a real hat trick.
They're looking for one. Don't tell Dustin Jasso he's one away from the Gordie. You know how many times Gordie Howe had the Gordie Howe hat trick, Brooks?
I don't.
1.
That's probably why it was special.
Just once, Gordie Howe had the Gordie Howe hat trick.
So it looks like Dustin Jasso got some more. And he is going to be asked to vacate the premises. So the Black Bears on the power play for, as I said before, the 7th time tonight. Guessing tomorrow night will be a lot of fun.
Brooks,
Same two teams.
Any game in the Visions Veteran Memorial Arena is fun. But we'll see if the two teams have a little extra after this one rolls over.
To quote my friend Bobby Gross, good answer, good answer. 5-on-4 man advantage for the Black Bears. Oliveri could not hold it in the zone, and you know that Hudson Valley is going to be willing to take some chances shorthanded right now. As Pickford got spun around a little bit. Play goes on at the other end. Oliveri waiting. Cross ice for Clark. A one-timer caught by Bowers with 6:33 left to go.
Eli Bowers needs to be perfect here. You can't let your team fall down by 3 with 6:33 left to go.
Next broadcast tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Same two teams, different venue. As the Venom play on the road for the first time ever.
Yep.
Exhibition game was at home. Oliveri's one-timer steered away by Bowers.
Be the first time we get a look at what I believe will be white and red jerseys tomorrow.
Henry, top of the umbrella, nice little head fake to get the puck over to Clark. 2 guys in the net front area for the Black Bears, 1 in the high bumper and 1 right in front. Anderson looking for the touch pass for Thompson. That would have tied Connor Smith's record for 4 goals in a game. And now Anderson, as Thompson was floored out in front. Oliveri, high riser, scores. Top shelf, call the bartender. Binghamton up by 3.
It's the Don father again, an offer you can't refuse. And instead of an offer under the table, it's an offer over the table, going top shelf for Don Oliveri. His second of the night, Brooks, as when the Binghamton big boys show up, they show up big. And that's Thompson, Kirkby, who's gotten on the score sheet tonight, as well as Don Oliveri and Gavin Yates.
So Binghamton now 2 for 7 on the man advantage. And they're looking for more as Steffen draws the puck into the zone. Newburgh plays it around the wall. A good seal by Tosto keeps the puck in the offensive side. Apps, though, intercept a dump in, and a skate race will be won by Gaeta. Very fast skater. Poirier, though, doing a good job of knocking Gaeta off the puck. And that puck will hop off a Binghamton player in the bench area. And it'll fall out of play. And Jesse Swanson still trying to find a dance partner. And Blake Tosto does not take the bait.
Yeah, now he's looking at Gavin Yates, and Gavin Yates isn't going to take the bait either. Let's go back to number 15, Davide Gaeta. He, to me, is the key to this Hudson Valley season. He can be a game-changing player, and this team with heavy hitters like Jesso and Newburgh are going to need someone else to help, and Davide Gaeta has got to be the guy to answer the call. We haven't seen much of Coach Newburgh out there in this third period, Brooks.
Well, we saw him on the PK, but at 5-on-5, I'd agree.
Yeah.
But
I'm sure he's next up, probably.
So now Chris Mott, stick handling with it. Former Mustang from SUNY Mooresville. Had a shot flutter wide. And it really looks like Mark Posar is trying to agitate Chris Mott. Took a couple of good whacks at the back of the skates. And nobody. Drop in the mitts. Just quite yet with 4:32 left to go.
Maybe they just wanted to get us to immediate timeout.
That's smart. That's a team player right there.
Yes, it is.
Speaking of that, Black Bears lead by 3. Take a timeout. Come back with more after this.
Excite Motorsports has one of the largest and best selections of off-road vehicles in the Northeast. And right now, the showroom is filled with a great selection of motorcycles from CF Moto. If you're ready to live life on 2 wheels, now is the time to shop with great deals and amazing rebates. Ride without compromise with CF Moto's affordable selection of bikes in stock and ready to go. The fun starts here at Excite Motorsports, your premier power sports dealer.
Toyota Trucks. Let's go places.
Welcome back in, everybody. Brooks Hill and Cole Parenti down the stretch. Here, 4:32 left to go in the third period. Black Bears lead by 3 in a game with only field goals, 9-6.
Or someone missed the extra point.
So, Gaeta now trying to exit the zone. Austin Thompson and Dustin Jasso, both with hat tricks for their respective clubs.
Thompson almost had a fourth right there, but he passed it back to Kirkby. Such an unselfish move by an unselfish player.
Dan Stone tried to clear, held in by Hudson Valley. A shot from the point, denied. Thompson ahead for Oliveri. Can he settle it down? Comes out flying, poke check. And Bowers with perhaps his best save of the night, denying Oliveri. Kept in though by Thompson, holding for a shot, blocked. And out come the Venom the other way. .330 left to go. Oliveri tries to chip that one in. It's pinballed all the way back to Dan Stone. And reversed around the wall for Weber. Stone a touch pass ahead to Yates as he'll go off for a line change. Yates wrister wide. Goes to the far side, that's Swanson. And Pickford has one right into the shin guard of Cervoni. Swanson with the takeaway, tried to center up, could not connect. As that shot blocked by Yates.
Uh-oh.
And Cervoni shaken up behind the play.
Hopefully Cam is all right. He's been very rock solid for these Black Bears to start the season, skating off under his own power. We'll have to wait and see, but 2:53 left to go. Brooks, you give me your take, but I think Cam Cervoni's been a rock-steady defenseman to start this year.
Yeah, he is.
Him and Nick Poirier.
Looks to be okay. Skated off, as Cole said, on his own power.
I think he might have got cut up high. Puck might have hit him because he's holding a towel to about his, I think it's his eyebrow area.
So Hudson Valley wins the face-off. Stone now with the puck behind his own net. And here just calmly skated across the red line and dump it in around the wall for Gavin Yates. 2:30 left to go here in the third period. That puck took a couple of hops. And finally, it'll settle down right onto the tape of Dan Stone. He elevates it into the sky. And it goes off the ceiling and lands on the opposite side of the defensive zone.
And Dan Stone was just looking around like, when did that ceiling get so low? But hits it off and it'll get us a stoppage in play. 2:19 left to go. I know it's a 3-goal lead, but you start to wonder if Coach Merkel or Coach Newburgh will pull their goalie down by 3. In my opinion, I wouldn't, because your team has 6 goals and you've been able to score. So I would wait until hopefully you can get it to 2. What do you think, Brooks?
I think 3 is probably over the limit. If it was at 2, yeah. But wait and see. Narika peppering Cam Clark with the puck. Also, you have to wonder how much have the Venom practiced with Coach Newburgh and Coach Merkel about with the extra attacker.
That's a good point, Brooks.
Narika comes in. Little nifty move on the backhand, poked wide by Emerson Emery. And then a good shoulder by Emery on Pickford. Anderson settling it down. A stretch pass. Touched illegally below the shoulders by Chris Mott. And the net is vacated. Extra attacker is out for the Venom.
They might even be looking at this as a bit of practice for it, Brooks.
That's also true.
Now up by 3. A puck gets in on Egbert. Does he fire it, you think? Philip Gustafson did it the other day.
That's true. Egbert and McAnanamaw.
Those two always joke about it. They always joke about shooting for it. I don't know if they really would, but they always make the joke.
They also practice it, too.
It's got to be in the back of your mind up by 3 with an empty net. But you need the perfect opportunity to do it.
I think the way that this game has gone with the turnovers and the Black Bears in, Egbert's probably going to stay away from it.
It would have to be Hudson Valley entering the zone on a chip in that he'd have to glove down.
Good face-off win by Kirkby. He just whacks it forward. No icing. 1 minute left to go here in the home opener for the Venom. Played back up to the line for Pickford. Pozar will camp out right in front of Egbert. This Gaeta loses the handle on it. Weaver, though, could not get it out. Gaeta back up. And Norica could not get the pass across. Poirier spins it around the wall. Held in by Parker. 25 seconds left to go. Parker trying to take one out of Gavin Yates' book. Goes out wide. Now on his second lap around the circuit. Kirkby elevates it over the head of the defenseman. And it just misses the net. Icing. With 4.8 seconds left to go. So the Black Bears will pick up the victory tonight. Get back in the win column. And get 3 points in the standings.
And even more impressive and important, they go 2-0, start the season on the road, which is never easy to do.
Black Bears battled some adversity. Today they saw their lead evaporate. This one's going down the length of the ice. It wasn't going to have enough either way. And it is a Black Bears victory on the road by a final score of 9-6. Cole, your thoughts on the Black Bears victory here tonight?
Well, Brooks, I thought they did a good job. The penalty kill is going to have to iron some things out, but other than that, they were able to put pucks in the back of the net at a phenomenal rate. 2 goals from Don Oliveri, 3 goals from from Austin Thompson, 2 from Gavin Yates, and it was big to see some other forwards not named Gavin Yates, Blake Tosto, and Kyle Steffen get themselves off and running.
We're taking time out. Come back. La Quinta Inn and Suites post-game show coming right up. Black Bears winners on the road.
Toyota Trucks. Let's go places.
Are you kidding me? How do you do that?
Dude, I just got a new hot spring spa.
Carlisle has hot spring spas starting at $39.95. Come see how we make every day better by relaxing in a hot spring spa.
What happened to you today? You're shredding it.
Hot spring spas, baby.
Welcome in, everybody, for another edition of the La Quinta Inn and Suites post-game show. La Quinta Inn and Suites located at 581 Harry L. Drive in Johnson City, the perfect place to plan your next stay to the Southern Tier, especially tomorrow night's rematch of the same teams at 7 p.m. back home in Binghamton. Cole, before we take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, give me your final thoughts on this game here tonight for the Black Bears.
Well, it was definitely one for the lovers of goal scoring, not one for the lovers of keeping the puck out of your net, because there were a lot of goals, but a lot from the Black Bears heavy hitters. There's Austin Thompson making his way off the ice. He had 3 goals tonight, as well as Don Oliveri with 2, Gavin Yates with 2, and the Black Bears were able to ride those goals to victory.
Let's see, do they have the 3 stars picked out yet, Cole?
I do not know.
They do not. All right, so wait and see on the Budweiser 3 stars of tonight's game. Black Bears win by a final score of 9-6 in a high-scoring affair. Black Bears scored first for the first time this season. Got up by 3 goals, 4-1. Saw that lead evaporate in a matter of 5 minutes as the Venom tied the game at 4-4. However, Binghamton never trailed in this game. They were up 5-4, then 6-4. Then a Jusso power play goal made it 6-5. Then Cam Clark, his first of the season, made it 7-5. Jusso's hat trick goal made it 7-6 with under 10 minutes left to go in the game. And right away, Austin Thompson, Johnny on the spot, matches Jusso's hat trick with one of his own. And then Don Oliveri, with a little bit of a heat check on his one-timer, goes top shelf with the good stuff. And that is the 9th and final goal of tonight's game.
Yeah, and it's huge when you get guys going. And Austin Thompson is a huge part of this team. He's a guy that can score, in my opinion, upwards to 35 to 40 goals in this league. If you get him off and running early, there's no stopping him, especially with his shot firing. We know he can pick up the goals in front of the net when it comes to net front presence, but being able to create on his own is something that has grown every season, and tonight looked as good as we've ever seen it.
All right, Cole, why don't you run everybody through the out-of-town scoreboard one last time before we get ready to sign off for tonight's contest.
Let's do it. Carolina up 4-0 over the Port Huron Prowlers.
That game's up in Michigan as well.
That game is in Michigan. The Athens Rock Lobsters and the Andrew Utoro-led Blue Ridge Bobcats are in their first overtime as they're knotted up at 2. The Motor City Rockers down in the Danbury Ice Arena are up 4-2 in the third over the Hat Tricks. The Danville Dashers in their return to action trail the Watertown Wolves in Watertown 3-2. Monroe and Columbus enter the third period scoreless. And Baton Rouge and Mississippi, after the 10-1 game last night, stand at 1-1 here in the third. So 4-0 Carolina over Port Huron. First overtime, Baton Rouge and Rock Lobsters.
Only overtime.
Only overtime. So it says OT1 on here. It's throwing me off. I'm sorry. Motor City Rockers 4-2 over Danbury Hat Tricks. Watertown Wolves 3-2 over Danville Dashers. Tied 0-0 Columbus River Dragons Monroe Moccasin. And 1-1 Mississippi Sea Wolves and Baton Rouge Zydeco.
All right, thank you, Cole, for updating everybody on the out-of-town scoreboard. Reminder, these two teams face off tomorrow night back in Binghamton for Domestic Violence Awareness Night, sponsored by Exit Realty Group and benefiting the Crime Victims Assistance Center. There will be a live post-game jersey auction in Section 1 immediately following tomorrow night's game. 9-6 tonight in favor of the Black Bears. 15 total goals in this one. Goalie stats are not going to look the best, but special teams, big factor. Hudson Valley able to score 3 times on the power play. Binghamton able to score twice. No shorthanded tallies tonight, but where it really mattered the most, Binghamton scores 7 even-strength goals to Hudson Valley's 3. I know that you mentioned the penalty kill will be a talking point. Probably not going to make too many adjustments going into tomorrow night's game with it. They will roll the dice, and then I believe the big change with the PK will probably come next week during practice.
I would have to agree with that. Tomorrow is going to be more of the same. It worked. They won. So I'm sure Coach Sherwood's just going to tell his guys to go out there and more of the same. Just I think the only note will be stay out of the box.
Yes. A lot of penalties, both sides. Most penalties in a game that the Black Bears have played this season. We'll see if that is the pattern that we see tomorrow night. For my partner, Cole Parenti, and everybody who helped us out tonight with the Hudson Valley Venom, my name is Brooks Hill, signing off. We'll talk to you tomorrow night from the Vision Veterans Memorial Arena with the same matchup between these two teams. Have a good one, everybody. The Black Bears win by a final score of 9-6.